from Nelson Stadium on the campus of Carroll College. This is college football on SWX. Tonight, the 21st ranked Ordigers from Montana Tech pay a visit to the Fighting Saints from Carroll College. Hi again, everyone. I'm Chris Byers, joined tonight by Bobby Beers, former player administrator in the Frontier Conference on the sidelines, our own Jack Marshall. And Bobby, when you look at this Montana Tech team, what a win last week. They take down the third-ranked team in the nation, Georgetown, Kentucky, at home. And you think it's all offense, but I'll tell you what, defensively, what a game out of one particular young man.
Well, that young man, number 5, Jaden Downs out of Pocatello, Idaho. Bob Green, the old coach at Montana Tech, he loved defensive back play, and last week Jaden Downs came back with 3 interceptions. NAI National Player of the Week. What a way to open the season for that young man. We're going to see if he can keep that success going tonight.
And Jack, for Carroll College, this guy stepped into quarterback 3 games into his season as a freshman, and he's held the position ever since. We're talking about Jack Perkin. I know they expect big things out of him tonight and through the rest of the season.
Yeah, you're right. Jack Perkin got an early start to his college career. His quarterback coach told me he never has a bad day in practice. That's what you like to see out of a quarterback, but anyone who watched Carroll down the stretch last year knows their offense struggled to generate explosive plays. So if Jack Perkin can use that leadership, they get some big plays, it'll really help Carroll here in what's going to be a big night for Nelson Stadium.
Lots of big playmakers on both sides of the football and both teams. It's 90 degrees on the field right now for kickoff. Hey, settle in, get comfortable. SWX football, the Diggers and the Saints is next. I just had it. Oh, yeah, that's the one we...
We made the game day information sheet. Play-by-play is Chris Byers. Color commentator is
Slappy.
How many tortoises can you have on one roster? Holy cow. You got Kyle, Levi, and then the assistant coach is Cody Tortoise. 4/5 of the roster attacker from one family tree. Brought a cooler full of stuff so I wouldn't get like thirsty or anything. Changed it in my truck. Left all my gear in there.
You left everything in it?
Oh yeah.
Testing 1 2 3. Hello, hello. Okay. Sure. Okay. So it looks like the big mover this year in the league maybe is Southern Oregon, based on that.
Wow. Carroll's favored. Carroll's favored by 2.5.
There are. What site are you on?
It is called MasseyRatings.com.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
I know it. I know what the Massey ratings are. I didn't realize they did. They handicap games.
I didn't realize they handicap small college games. I want to go.
That's our boy down. Well, hang on here. Yeah, I don't see any other players with the number 5. So, some. from Nelson Stadium on the campus of Carroll College. This is college football on SWX. Tonight, the 21st ranked Ordigers from Montana Tech pay a visit to the Fighting Saints from Carroll College. Hi again, everyone. I'm Chris Byers, joined tonight by Bobby Beers, former player administrator in the Frontier Conference on the sidelines, our own Jack Marshall. And Bobby, when you look at this Montana Tech team, what a win last week. They take down the third-ranked team in the nation, Georgetown, Kentucky, at home. And you think it's all offense, but I'll tell you what, defensively, what a game out of one particular young man.
Well, that young man, number 5, Jaden Downs out of Pocatello, Idaho. Bob Green, the old coach at Montana Tech, he loved defensive back play, and last week Jaden Downs came back with 3 interceptions. NAI National Player of the Week. What a way to open the season for that young man. We're going to see if he can keep that success going tonight.
And Jack, for Carroll College, stepped into quarterback 3 games into his season as a freshman, and he's held the position ever since. We're talking about Jack Perkin. I know they expect big things out of him tonight and through the rest of the season. Yeah,
you're right. Jack Perkin got an early start to his college career. His quarterback coach told me he never has a bad day in practice. That's what you like to see out of a quarterback, but anyone who watched Carroll down the stretch last year knows their offense struggled to generate explosive plays. So if Jack Perkin can use that leadership, they get some big plays. It'll really help Carroll here in what's going to be a big night for Nelson Stadium.
Lots of big playmakers on both sides of the football and both teams. It's 90 degrees on the field right now for kickoff. Hey, settle in, get comfortable. SWX football, the Diggers and the Saints is next. And what a sight this Nelson Stadium is for tonight's opener for the Fighting Saints as they take on Montana Tech. And Bobby, this game originally set for the afternoon, moved to the evening. They've done all kinds of stadium renovations. We're going to get to those with Jack Marshall a bit later, but they've got the new lights installed. They opted to play in the evening. It's a good thing they did because it's a bit toasty today.
It is a beautiful day if you're golfing. If you're playing on fake grass here at Nelson Stadium, it's green, it's beautiful. What a great time to kick off the season. Early evening here in Helena. It's going to be a great one tonight, Chris.
Well, it's a hugely important game in a number of respects. You've got two teams that figure to contend for the Frontier Conference. The last thing you want to do is start with a loss on your schedule. And so for Montana Tech, they're trying to build on that momentum, knocking off number 3 Georgetown last week. And boy, did that open some eyes. And of course, for Carroll College, expectations are always sky high.
Yeah, this place is steeped in tradition. It doesn't matter what kind of field surface they're going to play on. They're going to come to play, represent the hometown Georgetown here in Helena, and they've got 6 national championships under their belt. It's well established that this is the place, the crowning jewel right now of Frontier football. And right now, newly renovated or not, it's game time, and this is a great rivalry in the Frontier.
Well, you would say in the Frontier Conference, no programs travel better or support their football teams better than Montana Tech and Butte, and of course Carroll College here in Helena. And for this game, you've got 2 Montana coaches on the sidelines that just epitomize football in the state of Montana. Kyle Sampson from Montana Tech, and of course Troy Purcell. Long roots in Montana coaching, and just parlay that, Bobby, with all the high school players that come out of Montana that feed into the Frontier Conference. And this is football at its best in the Treasure State.
Yeah, we've seen a number of these names. You're going to see a lot of familiar names if you follow high school football at any rank in Montana. A lot of Montana kids on these rosters. They're going to be all over the field today making plays. Another opportunity for the sport to continue to grow and thrive in this state. We know we play football in this state, and we do it at a high level. These 2 teams, while Carroll isn't nationally ranked, they probably won't be not nationally ranked for long, given as tough as the Frontier Conference is. And we talked about Tech a little bit, knocking off number 3 Georgetown. Butte's a tough place to play. They represent their own. They protect their home turf, and that's what the Ore Diggers did last week. This one's going to be a battle all night, Chris.
And so many storylines to talk about in the Frontier Conference, both on and off the field. Starting with expansion, we'll get to all of that. Stadium renovations. You are the busiest man in Montana this weekend. 24 hours ago, you were calling a AA football game in Billings between West High and Helena on SWX. A shot down to Dylan for the dedication of the football field this morning, and now my partner back up here to Helena for tonight's game. That's
second set of fake grass I've seen today. It's be a great game tonight. The one up at Western, a little bit of a blowout as Eastern Oregon kind of succumbed to the will of the Montana Western Bulldogs up there. It was a good game for about the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then Western ran away with that. We can get to that if we have time, but I'll tell you what, this game here tonight, as you said, both of these fan bases, they're 60 or so miles apart. They travel. Sometimes it gets a little unruly in the stands, and it's better in the stands sometimes than on the field. But regardless, we got people from Butte playing in Helena. We got people from Helena playing in Butte. So it's a nice commingling of factions. We're going to get it together and get ready to roll here.
All right, let's kick it downstairs for the 3rd member of our team. Say hello to Jack Marshall.
Hey boys, things are great down here. I'm kind of like the black lab on the first day of pheasant season, you know, yanking at the chain a little bit. Great atmosphere. Obviously we talk about it, can't talk about it enough. I'm standing on this brand new turf. It's beautiful. As you said, the fans, they're juiced. So back up to you guys as we get ready for kickoff here.
All right, thank you, Jack. And he has got his eye on a lot of good storylines that we were going to talk about tonight. Carroll College is going to get the football to start this game. And for the Saints, they got to look across the field at Montana Tech, and I think everybody took a good second look at Montana Tech after that win last week. And of all the 4 ranked teams in the Frontier Conference, Tech was the lowest and yet scored the biggest upset non-conference with that win last week.
Well, I'll tell you what, Georgetown came in with a very, very high ranking. People didn't know what to expect. Kyle Sampson had his guys ready to roll. Of course, we talked about the 3 interceptions by Jaden Downs that kind of sealed the deal. He's going to have a similar game tonight with that 4-year starter over across in Jack Perka. 29th start tonight for the Fighting Saints, and so about ready to kick it off, Chris. It is absolutely electric. This place is packed. People still piling into the stadium. A little bit late for the kickoff because tailgating is alive and well in Helena tonight.
And has been going on for quite some time, we might add. So Ryder Bardanowski to kick it away for the Diggers, and this game is underway. High kick coming down right at the goal line. That's going to be returned. Collins Stoddard gets a nice return up to the 25, and that's where the Saints will take over for their first possession of the game.
Boy, only to the 25. That thing parted like the Red Sea right now. Just trying to keep it in the same era that we started this thing with. They did a nice job at Carroll opening up this field. Bishop Vetter was out there blessing it with President Check. So they're ready to go, this Carroll offense. We're going to have to take a first look. Montana Tech's already had one under their belt. Jack Perka has got his boys ready to roll.
So, of course, Jack Perka, the senior, opens at quarterback for Carroll College. They expect big things out of him this year. First play is a running play, and all kinds of room straight up the middle. Nice blocking up front. And a nice carry by Xavier Ford to start the game.
Yeah, saving play, DeMario King scraping down the line, but not before we almost get it. Yeah, we do get it. Moving the chains here, Chris. First down, Carroll. First play, first carry of the game.
Initial first down for the Saints. Ball at the 36. Just underway, opening quarter. Two receivers split to the bottom of the screen. Perka out of the gun. And they'll stay on the ground, and this time good contained by that Montana Tech front wall. Not much there for the Saints on the ground. We'll bring up
the second good push initially up front. Those linebackers for Carroll staying home right there, able to scrape down the line for no gain on first down. That's going to be a big war up front. Always is. Carroll College has traditionally been very, very solid up front. They brought a couple of coaches back into the fold from back in the day. Saw Jumbo Wells on the ride up here, so a little bit of old, a little bit of new tonight here for Carroll.
2nd and 9 after a short gain of 1. Ford in the background. Here's Perka. Fires out here, and that is complete at the 40-yard line, taken down immediately. Gavin Vanderaker with a catch.
And who was there, Johnny, on the spot? Was Jaden Downs to bring him down almost immediately. Talked about Jaden Downs last week's National NAIA Player of the Week right there. Not much gain, no yards after the catch, immediately bringing down the Tech receiver. Brings up 3rd and long here for the Saints.
Oh, the one area where the Saints would want to improve on is defensively. Last year giving up about 400 yards a game. And across the board, they're a better unit. So gain of 1, 3rd and 8. Opening possession for Carroll. Here's Perka, straight drop. Looks right, pulls the ball down, and he's going to be met at the 40-yard line, taken down at the 46. And a nice job defensively.
Just rolling through tackles right there, was met 4 yards short.
Zach Newton had him wrapped up.
DeMario King, the initial digger on the play, but King's down and Perka moves the change, just keeps his feet moving through contact. Falling forward, able to move the sticks.
So player down, and that second effort gives Carroll College a first down at the 46-yard line.
Perka just, turned into a running back himself. Great protection by that offensive line. Allowed him to dance around in the pocket and find, he just squirted through a little bit of a hole and then ran through 2 Ordigger defenders right there. And one of them still on the turf as they're tending to him. But this Carroll College facility been up for a little over 20 years. And, we're looking at a packed house tonight here in Helena.
DeMario King is helped off the field. Well, you look at the numbers for Perka last year, and they were solid, but they hope he can improve on that. 57%, 12 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Perka's always done a great job facilitating the offense, and if you're Coach Purcell, you're looking at him now as a senior. With again, we talked about it as 29th start under center tonight, or behind center rather. Nobody goes under center anymore, Chris.
No,
but. You want him to make this offense his own, and right there, he didn't see anybody open. This Tech defense doing a good job early here, downfield coverage-wise, but Perka able to move the sticks with his feet that time for Carroll College.
They shift forward out of the backfield, give it to Lehman, his first carry, right side, nothing doing, met at the 45. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, coming up from his D-line spot, that's DJ Brown, 6'1" junior from Wairika, California. Yes, it is pronounced Wairika. DJ Brown doing a good job shedding his block and making a play. So both lines, we saw the solid protection that Perka received earlier right there. The Digger defensive front using their hands well to shed blocks and nullifying that run game for Carroll College.
3 receiver set. Split left on 2nd down and 11. Perka looks across the middle, fires on the crossing route, incomplete. And a nice job by Angel Sanchez to break it up.
Great job by Sanchez right there, waiting patiently. The one thing he did very, very well with the offhand, comes across in the front with the left hand, breaks up that play, but he also had that right hand, didn't torque or anything with that receiver. Great defensive play, textbook play on the back end by Sanchez from his left corner spot.
So again, that'll bring up 3rd and long, make it 11 from the 45. Opening drive, 11 and a half to play in the first quarter. 4 receivers set now, 2 split to the right, 2 to the left, Ford in the backfield. And now flags fly, whistles blow. False start by Carroll College.
Little flinch by the slot receiver right there.
It's going to make it 3rd and 16.
We'll keep his name under wraps unless the official wants to announce it to everybody.
We've got a full house here at Nelson Stadium. It is packed, and they're also lining the field on the visitor side. And I would say, Bobby, plenty of time for the fans to get ready for this game, if you know what I mean.
We showed up a couple hours early, and they were in full throat in the parking lot, and they were well supplied.
3rd and 16 now, ball at the 40. Perka got plenty of time now, fires, has a man open at the 42. Catch is made, Vandenaker, and a first down for the Saints.
Yeah, great job, just great protection up front. There's really no pressure, clean pocket, Perka able to work. Ball finally gets all the way out there to David Vandenaker.
Now they're going to go no huddle from the 43, so 2 huge 3rd down conversions already in this opening drive. Perka fires it out. Here the flat, this is picked off, and guess who? Jaden Downs to the 40, to the 30. He's got one man to beat, to the 10, cuts inside, falls down at the 8-yard line. Wow, Jaden Downs, 3 interceptions last week, and another one tonight.
Right there, great job route reading by Downs. He's got a knack for the ball, and as a defender, you don't really have, you get moved to the defensive side because you don't have great hands. He reached and plucked that out of the air like it was meant for him, and then it was off to the races. The piano climbed on about the 20, tried to make a move, and the Carroll offensive folks caught up to him. You see Perka stepping up. Oh, that's the play before right there, as we're a play behind on replay there. Replays this week brought to you by Great Falls Realty. Appreciate their help and support of our broadcasts here. Here we go.
So here we are with a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line after the Jaden Downs interception. They're going to stay on the ground, and no gain there. They gave it to the big man, Lander Smith, who's met right at the line of scrimmage. The front 7 for Carroll College, very good.
Very good, very good. They've got a lot of new faces. They did something a little out of the norm for Carroll College. They had a lot of Division I kids drop down into here, know what the expectations are here, and they've blended right into the fold for Coach Purcell. First possession of the year, kind of backed up against your own end zone. They're going to get their mettle tested early here, Chris.
All right, so Thielen out of the gun now. He's got Smith in the backfield with him on 2nd down. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Thielen flushes, rolls right, throws end zone, incomplete. Good pressure that time by Carroll College. That was Hunter Peck, who came in from his linebacker position and applied the pressure.
Yeah, the 6'2 junior out of Windsor, Colorado. Not a clean pocket. We talked about Perka's time up front. Thielen hasn't had that same luxury here. You see him there just throwing the ball away, just jumping up and throw it to the back of the end zone, hoping somebody has a chance at it. But this Carroll defense with their ears pinned back and their backsides backed up against their goal line, they're coming after them.
Well, if they can hold Montana Tech to a field goal here, that would be a victory. Here we go, 3rd down. Got a man in motion, pressure, they throw it out there, incomplete. And again, great pressure, ball intended for Kyle Torgerson, who went in motion. But the pressure got to Thielen, and that'll bring on the field goal team.
That's one of about 7 Torgersons on that sideline tonight, Chris. It's Great Falls High South. Kyle's dad, Mark, was a head football coach at Great Falls High, and there's a lot of key players for that Ordigger sideline came out of Great Falls High. That right there, Torgerson came on the underneath motion, pass a little bit outside, but he wasn't going to get into the end zone anyways as Carroll's defense rallying up.
Dylan Root, little chip shot from the 20 or the 15, 25-yard field goal is up and through. So with 9:46 to go in the opening quarter, Montana Tech gets the field goal. Saints keep them out of the end zone. 3-0 our score. You're watching college football on SWX. And welcome back to Nelson Stadium here on the campus of Carroll College, where Montana Tech is on the board after the 25-yard field goal by Dylan Root. That came on the heels of an interception by Jaden Downs, his 4th of the season already. Looked like he might have a pick 6, but tripped up at the 8-yard line, and from there the Saints defense stiffened, able to keep him out of the end zone.
Yeah, we wondered a lot about what this Carroll offense was going to look like. They were going around pretty well. And then right there, Jaden Downs able to route read what that Carroll offense was pitching at him. And he just ran, he was downhill quick. As soon as that ball was out of his hands, that ball he felt was meant for him, and he was off to the races, Chris. Bardanowski
gets a foot into it, line drive, and this will land at the 2 and take a knee. And the Saints go right back to work on offense, trailing by a field goal. They had a nice drive in that opening possession, took it inside Montana Tech territory, converted a couple of long third downs, and then Thielen with the ill-timed interception, and that led to the first points of the night. So once again, the Saints will start on the 25-yard line. These two teams split last year in their head-to-head, 5-5 over the last 10 meetings, so it's been a good close series in recent years between the two.
Great rivalry. We talked about how these teams travel. It means a lot to win, and even means more if you can pick up a win at their place.
And they're going to keep it on the ground, and a nice gain up to the 29, and ball's on the ground.
Ball's on the ground.
Montana Tech says they have it, and they do. Wow, 2 turnovers.
That's number 7, Matt Wincombe.
In the first 5 minutes of this game.
Wow, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for this Carroll offense. Not the start you envisioned when you kick this thing off. And Matt Wincombe right there able to pick up the loose ball. This Carroll defense playing downhill, kind of dictating the tone of this game early, Chris.
So a golden opportunity now for Montana Tech to add to their lead as they take over at the 32-yard line. An interception, a fumble recovery. Not the way you want to start at home to begin the season. Here's Thielen, quick drop, and that's caught close to the first down.
Yeah, keeping it pretty simple, just a quick hitch route over there on the edge of the play right there. Nothing much to it, just pitch and catch right there. Thielen's been around a little bit, has done a nice job as he's led this Ordiger offense for a few years now.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 from the 24. Thielen, little play action, rolls right, feels pressure, now flips it. Let's see what they call. Great job by Ben Melhoff, the linebacker, to chase it down.
Yeah, Melhoff in hot pursuit right there. Thielen, pretty heady play by him, just flipping it forward, making sure that he doesn't take the sack and lose yardage up there. Makes it third and short now for the Ore Diggers. But
So
there's a big difference, Chris. They've got a full week of practice after a game coming out. They don't have necessarily that first game jitters that these Carroll College Saints have shown for their first 2 possessions here.
Wyatt Anderson down at the bottom of your screen. Well, they stay on the ground, but look at that front wall from Carroll College. Nothing doing for Lander Smith, whose Met stood up, brings up 4th down.
Big jump, number 91, Forrest Swearell right there to make the stop from his D-line position. Sheds a block, gets north-south. Carroll College bowing it up again. This defense having to answer the call 2 times.
And decision time now for Montana Tech. It looks like they may go for it here on 4th and 2.
You see Coach Sampson over there talking to the official. And this home crowd, who's normally pretty loud and boisterous, kind of just all sitting on their hands right there. They're as nervous as everybody else as Coach Sampson takes his first time out of the half.
Good talk it over. This is a big play here. Boy, I don't know if you're the road team. Put your foot on him, right?
I think you don't have to. You got no skin in the game in this one. Why not?
Yeah.
But that's a big decision right here. Trying to get your momentum on the road. You make a good case.
Back after this. Back at Nelson Stadium, where Montana Tech is going to roll the dice on 4th and 2 from the 24. They lead by a field goal, 8:06 to play, opening quarter, crowd on their feet. They know this is a big play early in the ballgame. Thielen surveys the defense. He's got Smith in the backfield, brings Torgerson in motion, and now looks that way. Finds Torgerson, makes the catch at the 20, got some work to do, and a 1st down inside the 15.
I'll tell you what, that's just from years of being around each other. He's under duress, just flips it out. Torgerson knows he's got the defender's back turned, makes a little space for himself, and then it's all him going and just catching this jump ball right there. Great adjustment by him, avoids the first tackle and then makes a couple of extra yards. So this new set of downs deep in Carroll territory. Tech's offense a little bit drawn up in the dirt right there, but effective nonetheless.
So the Great Falls connection once again
Absolutely.
leads to the 1st down at the 13. Smith cuts up inside, slams his way down to the 10, 3 yards on the gain, 2nd and 7. They can still get a 1st down inside the 5.
Nothing too exciting right there. A little smash mouth football for your folks at home. You see Montana Tech just banging it up inside. Finishing runs. Carroll's doing it with their quarterback. Montana Tech's choosing to do it with a big old running back up inside.
Lander Smith had a career-high 201 yards on 34 carries last week against Georgetown, Kentucky. And picks up 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Ball resting at the 10. Saints knocking on the door. Pitch to the right side. Positive yards by Christian Vetter will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, great job from a safety spot. Strong safety, number 16, Braden Orlandi, coming up there and filling real quick. Not much there on 2nd down. So this Carroll defense continues to make plays as they get closer and closer to that goal line.
Just a well-executed offense, aren't they? I mean, they situation substitute. They're in and out. They're calling plays. Efficient moving the ball.
That battle up front's going to be fun to watch all night. You talked about Carroll making big improvements up there. They're getting pressure and pass down, so Tech's moving the pocket a little bit, give themselves a little bit of hope.
We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 4. Thielen out of the backfield to Smith. Touchdown, Montana Tech. What a play as they swing him out of the backfield. Makes the catch in the end zone for the first touchdown of the night.
What a great little pitch and catch right there. They made that look really easy. Their passing game hasn't come real natural to that point, but that time he's got lots of time up front from his big guys. Just a little pitch and catch to the running back. That was really, really well executed by the Tech offense. That's an excited sideline over there tonight, Chris. Coming into a house with this much energy and excitement, and then just kind of making everybody be quiet. You'll hear the ball off the foot here.
Extra point on the way, and the kick is good. 6:08 to play here at Nelson Stadium, and Montana Tech has done its job. It's quieted the crowd, and when we come back, Carroll College will get the ball for the 3rd time tonight, trailing by 10. Montana Tech on top, 10-0 here in the first quarter. SWX could play a role in tonight's game, and for an explanation of that, let's go down on the field and join Jack Marshall.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'm down here by the brand new replay tent. That's right, here in the Frontier Conference. We're going to replay for the first time, and as you said, Chris, we might just play a role. The replays they watch, if the coach throws his challenge flag, they're going to be right out of this tent next to me. Maybe I'll peek in if that happens. We'll see. I talked to Coach Purcell at Carroll College this week about it. You know, they're going to be pretty calculated with it. You only get one replay review, so you don't want to use it up too much. He says his guys up high with you guys will be the ones who will phone down to him and tell him to throw the flag. So maybe you guys can knock on the glass too up there and throw the flag down if you see something too.
Thanks so much, Jack. And they will have to be judicious in how they use that if they're just getting the one challenge. So, but something new to the Frontier Conference.
Well, they had a challenge today in Dillon.
Oh, they did.
And so they've got the tent down in one end zone corner. And so depending on where it's at, the referee, we'll get to see what kind of athletes the referees are, because they have to, and what kind of shape they're in, because they got to jog all the way down there and use it. So if we got something going on the west end of the field, they got to jog over to the east end of the field. It's going to be a haul. So hopefully our camera guys are keyed into that, and they can absolutely watch and see what kind of shape our officials will be in should we get a challenge tonight, Chris?
All right, so Barnikowski to kick it off again. Third time here in the first quarter. And this will be returned by LaFerge at the 20-yard line and upended right at the 20. Boy, great open field tackle by Tyler Kovic, the backup linebacker. Makes a great special teams play.
Yeah, Kovic just right there, just ran through him. He wanted to go airborne, and Kovic was down for it and brings him up right at the 20. I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good win that they're kicking into, because both of the kicks for Tech looked like they were going to go through the end zone. They get caught up a little bit, brought down way short of the goal line. So Carroll doing a decent job of the return, at least getting them out to the 20 as we see a third try here for this Tech offense.
So once again, Saints go back to work. Got some running room by Ford over to the 30 to the 35. Cuts inside to the 40 to the 41. Nice run on first down by Xavier Ford, and the junior gives the Saints a first down on the 21-yard gain.
Ford did a nice job pressing the edge and then bouncing it outside, and Sanchez had to come over from his fought off a lockdown field before he was brought down, but not before Carroll gets another first down. They've moved the ball a little bit here. They got across the 50 before the interception, and not bad start for the Carroll offense. Just got to keep it in their possession.
Just got to hang on to it. Stay on the ground. Ford bounces outside. Stays on his feet to midfield. Wow, nice bit of running there and close to the first down.
Yeah, again, just that little bounce off the right side. They're able to make Sanchez miss this time and carries the ball again. Now another first down, moving the chains. The run game working now for Carroll College.
Ford out of Houston Christian University, Glendora, California.
Good tough run there, finishing it.
Yeah.
Carrying a Tech defender with him out of bounds.
Picks up 31 yards on the last two carries. 1st and 10 inside Tech territory from the 49. Under 5 to play, first quarter. Shift a man in motion. Perka, little play action, rolls left, feels pressure. Now keeps the ball and will dance out of bounds at the 48. So a long run, nets 1 yard, make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, good pursuit from his linebacker spot all the way across the field. Kellen Beller staying with him, stays home and stays flat, doesn't chase upfield. Perka thinks he's going to be able to get there. Looked like there was a lot of green space in front of him, but Keller stays true to form, scrapes down the line, forces him out for just a 2-yard gain. I'll tell you what, you want an interesting stat's going to be, Carroll's going to outgain them offensively and still be down 10 points at the end of this quarter.
Yeah, you're right. They have moved the ball extremely well. It's just 2 costly turnovers. So they give them 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. Going to fire out here in the open, and that's caught at the 48. Nice move down inside the 40. A nice toss and catch. Great. That was Chris Alkelson, the wide receiver who makes the catch.
Well, Alkelson got a great block from his tight end, Carson Ochoa. Just coming out right here. Ochoa fits up nicely right there. Able to get 3 or 4 yards. Ochoa takes his defender to the ground, and Alkelson able to get upfield for a good 8 or 9 yard gain, brings up 3rd and short for this Carroll offense. Again, little systematic, good chunk plays on first down. Good success here early here for Carroll in this drive.
Lots of options here on 3rd and short. Ford going to pick up the first down, just slams ahead, and they'll mark it at the 37-yard line. Move the chains, add another set of downs. And you're right, when you look at the first quarter numbers, it's going to be all Carroll College. They have moved the ball extremely well.
The only stat that counts at the end of the game, Chris, is those numbers on the board. And right now, if you're a Carroll College fan, a little bit worried, getting a little bit more comfortable. The one thing that they're doing really well on this drive is their front 5 are doing a great job of opening up runs and then creating time for Perka to throw the ball.
First down from the 37. We'll play action here, across the middle, and that is caught down inside the 10, close to the goal line, and just short. Ockelchin again on the slant makes the catch, and a great run to take it down inside the 10 and a first down.
Yeah, he almost went in. Matt Wincombe had to come from his linebacker spot and chase him down. You see him right here, ball's right on the money, able to slip through that tackle, and Wickham in pursuit right there, able to bring him down before the touchdown. But we got another Carroll College first down.
Boy, just hard hitting in that interior of the line as Ford slammed it up in there. At the bottom of the pile for Montana Tech was Zach Newton. Ford's going to come out with the helmet off. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Well, when Mike Van Diest was winning his championships, one of the hallmark things was great offensive line play. They played pitch and catch with everybody and anybody that could put on a Saints helmet, but they dominated up front. Those front five, Jim Hogan was the offensive line coach. He's back in the fold here with the running backs now, but that's a hallmark of Carroll College football. When they're having success, they're good up front.
2nd and goal now from the 2. And this time, quarterback keeper Perka stretches for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown, Carroll College.
Perka saw the ball being a little bit loose in other folks' hands, decides to do it himself. Finally gets Carroll on the board here late in the first quarter. That was a great drive if you're a Carroll College Fighting Saints fan, which many of these people are. Finally, they're up out of their seats with something to root for.
And makes it a 10-6 game, pending the extra point.
Come on, Purple!
Spencer Berger on for the try, young man out of Billings West High School.
Ball is down, kick on the way, and it is through. So with 2:25 to play in the opening quarter, the Saints get on the board on the 2-yard run by quarterback Jack Perka, and it's a 10-7 game here at Nelson Stadium, and boy, that'll get the crowd back in this game in a big hurry.
Well, now they're out of their seats. They start playing the fight song, the alma mater. These fans needed something to root for. They were a little tentative. There might not have been a lot of white left on the fingernails of some of these folks. They got their hands put together, clapping it up as Carroll finally finishes a drive. And the senior quarterback calls his own number close to the goal line, shortens that Tech lead now 10-7 on this brand new turf with the halo running through the sea in the middle of Nelson Stadium, Chris.
Much needed score for the Saints as they quickly got behind 10-0. Always hard to know too just where you're at after just one game. Of course, it was a very impressive win for Montana Tech. This is, of course, the season opener for Carroll College, and like every year, you've got a whole bunch of teams in the Frontier Conference that are ranked in the top 25-4, and then Carroll College receiving votes in that first NAI poll. So it's not as if the Saints aren't getting any preseason love, but
tonight's game is a non-contest, non-conference game.
That's right.
So regardless, these guys will be 0-0 in the conference, but they'll know who won tonight's game. There's bragging rights on the line. This does mean something, regardless of whether it is a conference game or not. But you're right, the Frontier Conference for years has sent a number of teams into the playoffs and deep runs into the playoffs, into championship games. We talked about Carroll's 6 national championships, the last one coming in 2010. Southern Oregon's won a couple of them. So this Frontier Conference, well respected throughout the NAI, and what a great start to the season. We got 2 teams on the field. You talked about Carroll receiving votes, and Tech upsetting the number 3 team in the country, showing everybody just how football is played back here in this part of the country where we play football later, but we sure are tough.
So here's Nick Klaus to kick it away from the 25. And this will be returned by Torgerson, who gets up over the 20 to the 25, call it the 26, and Montana Tech, for the first time tonight, goes to work offensively with a long field.
Yeah, they're not inside the 25 of Carroll. So we'll actually see if Mr. Thielen, with a full field to work with, can pitch and catch with everybody. The short field, things condense, things get a little bit quick, and they put a drive together to finish that last drive. But Carroll College's defense back on the field, going to have to defend a little bit more space.
Blake, of course, started his college career at Montana State and went to a full field with the Bobcats. There were 4 quarterbacks in front of him, but actually played very well in their spring game, but ultimately opted to transfer, and he has found a home in Butte with Montana Tech.
Absolutely, he has.
What a career. Oh, he's going to air this one out. He's got a man at midfield, overthrown, incomplete, second down.
That was Torgerson. We talked about, the number of Great Falls High kids on that Tech team. I talked to Kyle's dad, Mark, who he coached here at Carroll. He was a head football coach up at Northern, and I was giving him a little bit of a bad time, and I just said, hey, what's going on? This is like Great Falls High South. He's like, well, it just goes to show you that Kyle's a better coach than me because I didn't win enough. So now he's retired, and He's living here he's living outside of Butte and spending time with his grandkids. He's loving life being a grandpa now. It's good to see.
Incomplete pass brings up second down. Thielen throws out in the flat, and that is caught. A short gain on the play. He's going to pick up about 5.
Nice job out there at his corner spot, Daxton Graham from Dillon, Montana. Lots of Montana kids dot all of these rosters, intermittent sprinkles with a little bit of other states in there just for color, and we've got so many kids, from all walks of life to get a shot to play out here, and this is high-level football, folks. SWX is happy to be the home of Frontier Conference football this fall as you get a nationally ranked game here tonight.
Wyatt Alexander made the catch, got 7, 3rd and 3. And Thielen feels pressure now, rolls left, now fires, and this one is going to be,
oh my goodness, it made it.
At the 20-yard line. How in the world does he come down with that catch? Levi Torgerson got behind the defense and scores the touchdown. I thought it was going to get picked.
There's 2 Carroll defenders had better position on that one. They made it. That ball went untouched by both defenders into the other Torgerson that plays receiver for this Tech offense. Hit him in the chest, and he just decided to take it all the way. So long pass play, big play here. So Thielen to Torgerson again, just the other one for another Tech touchdown.
So Levi gets in on the scoring parade, and it's 16-7.
Tech answers that score by Carroll with a big play of their own. Not necessarily a sustained drive, but you'll take it any way you can get it in big games like this.
Dylan Root on for the extra point, and that is no good. So Root misses on the extra point, keeps it at 16-7 with 1:14 to play here in this opening quarter.
It's about the only hiccup that we've seen from Tech was the missed extra point there. See the big play right here. 2 defenders for Carroll just fall to the ground. Torgerson just runs the rest of the way on his own. Nobody was more surprised than him. These fans underneath here saw it. They were anticipating a big defensive play by Carroll, and Torgerson snatches it away. Runs it into the end zone. They're back in their seats here asking questions. They don't have answers to right now, Chris.
Thielen was 13 of 26, 134 yards and a touchdown last week.
Tech wants to run the ball. We've seen that tonight. They've done a good job, that power running game, wearing you out up front. But they're not afraid to throw it downfield, that's for sure.
So no shortage of points here in this opening quarter. Back and forth we go. And what's been an extremely entertaining first quarter. Barnanowski, busiest man on the field tonight, is going to kick it away again.
Not often you get 4 attempts at a kickoff in one quarter, let alone a half. We're not even at the end of the first quarter. We had a pretty exciting game.
And this one will be returned by Quinn Belcher, who gets smacked right at the 20-yard line.
Tripped up there. Carroll's done a good job on their coverage tonight. They've been out there a little bit. They've got a lot of reps, unfortunately, for that sideline. That group has been out there quite a bit, returning kicks tonight.
Well, neither team so far defensively has shown the ability to stop the other. It's the Carroll miscues led to points, and
Carroll offense has stopped themselves more than Tech has.
And when they've executed, their offense has been dynamic here in the first quarter. Stay on the ground. Oh, horse collar tackle on Ford right at the 20. No gain on the play. Got him right up high along the pads.
Yeah, big Trey Yates out of Colstrip, Montana.
We know that name in Eastern Montana.
Yeah, absolutely we do. The Yates brothers, big bodies inside, big, strong man. His brother played for a lot of years.
He did.
Up at the next level, and Trey carrying on the family tradition up inside for this Ordigger defense.
How'd you like that grocery bill at Thanksgiving in the Yates
Absolutely
family?
Not. That's a 2-turkey family for sure. We got one for the boys, and then everybody else gets the other one. Tucker did a great job for a lot of years. just an exciting, and it's a unique body style. They're built like wrestlers, and they play the game low to the ground with great leverage. He makes a great play there for the Ore Diggers.
Second down. Perka on the keeper. Nice gain up over the 30, and that's going to be a first down taken down by Zach Newton, but not before Perka picks up the first down to the 32.
Yeah, Perka is not afraid, and we saw him run the ball in for the touchdown. He's not afraid to use his feet. If he doesn't see the clean picture right there, he's not afraid to pull it down and get some yards on his own.
And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter here in the capital city of Helena. Our score after one, Montana Tech leads the Saints from Carroll College 16-7. Back with quarter number 2 after this. Welcome back for quarter number 2. Carroll College with the football trailing 16-7. They have a 1st and 10 from the 32 to begin quarter number 2. There's a good look at the senior quarterback, Jack Perka. Little play action now, and he's going to get pressure and dragged down for a big loss on the play, and that's big number 91, Anthony Oakes, with the sack.
We talked all about how Carroll College has done a great job up front there, and Oakes that time just gets off really well on the right side of that Carroll offensive line, beats his guy, and that play took a little bit longer to develop as you see the play action pass, and Oakes fights through 2 offensive linemen to bring Perka down in the backfield. Great play by that young man. Active hands, shedding blocks, making tackles, comes up with a sack here, brings up 2nd and long for the Saints.
2nd and 23. Ball inside the 20 now with the 19, and Ford is wrapped up and taken down by that interior line of Montana Tech. Will bring up 3rd and long.
Oakes was there again, down at the bottom of the pile. I think Yates was down there as well, the interior lineman there for Tech, doing a good job against the run on 2nd and forever. Brings up 3rd and long here for this Saint offense. Not many plays in the playbook as you dial them up. It goes 2nd or 3rd and 30. 20, give or take.
So 3rd and 20 for this Saints offense now. Is there? Let's see what Perka dials up. Oh, he's got some room straight up the middle to the 35. Stretches to the 40. He's going to be 3 yards short. But boy, did the middle of the field open up for Perka.
Yeah, there was nobody there. He saw it. There wasn't quite 20 yards, but he got a good 17 right there. So 4th and 2 right here. Carroll going to trot out the punting unit. So
Perka comes out, and that'll force Carroll to kick the ball away from the 40 on a 4th and 2.
Gets a little bit confusing because there's a 7 on the punting team running out, and there's a 7 on the offense running in. Make sure we get our numbers right there, Chris. That is not Gavin Vandiaker right there. That's Daxon Graham in the corner.
Spencer Berger going to kick it. Well, now we got a whistle. Delay a game is the call. That'll back it up to the 35. And we'll do it all over again.
Coach Purcell rallying everybody up down there. Making sure we have everybody, getting the call straight here. Trot him back out, give her another try here, Chris.
Kyle Torgerson will stand at his 20-yard line to receive. And this time the kick is a high kick. Torgerson signals for and makes the fair catch at the 25. So Montana Tech back on offense with 12:40 to play in the first half, leading 16-7. Well, we look at the preseason poll if we can get a chance, and we'll do that when we come back. Right now we'll step aside. 12:40 to play in quarter number 2. Tech with the football when we return. We are back at Nelson Stadium where Montana Tech has the football with a 16-7 lead with 12:40 to play. There's a name Carroll fans can relate to, Mr.
Mike
Van Diest.
Diest.
He's been a part of a few national championships.
I see
about
Coach
a half
Van
a dozen.
Diest every once in a while wandering in and out of church. It's great to see that man. It's meant so much to this program and the history here at this college.
I can't help but think of him every time we make a trip to Helena and what he's been able to do and what he built here, and they've of course continued on. And of course the late Bruce Parker was the athletic director at the time, and he did so much in facilitating all of the construction of Nelson Stadium, and what a program it's become.
A lot of connections there. Van Diest was at the University of Montana for a long time. Bruce Parker was over at Montana State, able to come together and build something here right in the middle in Helena. Nice to see.
Okay, here we go on second down. Torgerson with the catch at the 35, just keeps driving those legs, and that's a first down as they'll mark it at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Graham, not much you can do on the pitch and catch right there. They've been doing that since, they were in short pants, and Graham over there just able to make the tackle right there. Graham's dad, Sean, went to Western. His dad's from Dillon, or actually he's actually from Divide. So it's nice to see Graham, another kid from the Big Hole Valley. His roots are there, playing in Frontier Conference football.
This time they'll stay on the ground. Short game that time as Lander Smith will fall forward over the 40 just shy of the 41. So
that big bruising style kind of hurt him right there, Chris. We talked about the number of yards he had last week, that offensive line working really hard. He was untouched, but he runs with a good forward lean right there, just a little too much there as he fell forward for just 3 yards there on first down.
Give him 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Ball just shy of the 41. Just under 11 minutes to play, first half. Here's Thielen on a straight drop. Pressure comes. He unloads one deep, and this is, what a great effort out there by Wyatt Alexander, just over his outstretched hands, incomplete pass.
Boy, that was in the air a long time, and boy, was it pretty, just spinning right on its axis. That's one of those things that you see in a highlight play. They just capture that ball, just spinning end over end. It was perfect, just a little bit too long out there. And
Daxton Graham was back there in coverage, so incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 7. Big play for this Fighting Saints defense. They would love to get Montana Tech off the field here. Now they show blitz. Here they come, straight up the middle. Thielen feels it, now unloads, and this one is going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Just kind of threw it to an area. The closest one to it was wearing a purple jersey. The safety back there for Carroll, number 2, just couldn't get to it in time. Thielen just kind of throwing that one up for grabs, came down harmlessly, so Tech marching out their punting unit.
And let's go down on the field and join Jack Marshall.
Hey guys, something that we talk about a lot. Frontier is changing a lot. Obviously, we're the home of the Frontier now, but also a lot of realignment. Bobby, we were talking about it this week. Dickinson State from North Dakota, Mayville State, Valley City State, Bellevue from Nebraska, all joining us full-time. That includes basketball members. And then Simpson from California is going to be a football member. Just some crazy stuff coming up here in the Frontier.
That's right, 14 teams in the Frontier Conference next year. It'll be a zipper conference. We'll have 7 teams in the East, 7 in the West. And boy, when you start doing the mileage between schools like Valley City and Southern Oregon, that is a conference that stretches a lot of states and a lot of miles.
Well, back in the day, everybody had to play everybody twice. Now with 14 teams, you're going to have a couple of different options conference-wise, but the full slate of schedule where you don't have to play everybody twice. That was the one thing in the Frontier for so many years, just to run the gauntlet in the Frontier, come out on the back end of that healthy. You know everybody so well, and then coming into the playoffs, you were so well versed. You were just hopefully you were healthy enough to make a good run. That'll be exciting in the future.
Carroll starts on the 13, and Ford, right side's got some room, squirts it out to the 17-yard line, so 4 tough yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 6. Well, you go back, and you and I are old enough to remember this,
unfortunately,
Bobby. Yeah, the Montana-only Frontier Conference.
Yep,
you played every school twice, and not only that, if you made it to the playoffs, oftentimes you'd have to play again because the playoffs would be geographic in nature. So
it was either that or Dickinson, right?
Or Dickinson. That was it. And so. It's come a long, long way, and there's really been 2 big iterations of the Frontier Conference. The first one, of course, bringing Eastern, Southern Oregon, College of Idaho, and now this big one next year.
Dickinson's was a part of that initial expansion. But
they were.
For so many, Paul, recently retired commissioner, worked so hard trying to figure something out and making schools work, inviting teams up here. Carroll would take the show on the road a little bit, so would Montana Tech. Southern Oregon's kind of an outlier. Now Southern Oregon is no longer the outlier. We're going to have teams in California, Arizona. We'll have the Dakotas coming back into the conference the way it should be. So it's going to be a gigantic geographic space, but that kind of seems to be the norm these days. We're just kind of doing what Big Brother's doing, right?
That's right. And you take Valley City. I mean, that's just a few miles from Fargo, so you're going clear across the state of North Dakota.
A lot of windshield time for this conference coming up.
But overall, for the strength of football and having the East and West and the 14 teams, you couldn't ask for anything more than that. The other great thing about the Frontier Conference, Bobby, is what the schools are doing to improve what they already have.
Absolutely.
You look at all the improvements Rocky Mountain College has made. This is the gold standard right here in Helena, and they didn't stand pat. They went and improved this facility.
Absolutely.
New stadium in MSU Northern. New stadium just opened this morning in Dillon at Montana Western.
And Tech's got a great stadium there.
Oh, yeah.
In Butte.
This is blocked.
Berger gets it blocked right there. Tech
Ball's
picks,
on the
score.
ground, and they're going to have it
at the
first
2.
and goal. And it's recovered finally by a Kaikaho. And the Ore Diggers again knocking on the door.
Another big special teams play right there for the Diggers. That ball took a long time to get out of Berger's hand and onto his foot. Montana Tech with good pursuit up there to block that one. Knew the angle that he was going to go, him being a right footer. As you see Berger here, kind of a wander, just sticks his big paw out there, old number 3.
Trey Vasquez
With the big play on special teams, and Tech tried to scoop and score, thought better of just following it inside the 5. And so Tech again with great field position here in the second quarter, this time provided by a big special teams play.
It's devastating if you're Carroll College, and they're on the verge of scoring 17 points off of turnovers inside the 5-yard line. And now a timeout taken as two teams will talk it over, but I mean, boy, you can't have it go any better for a visiting team.
Absolutely.
Coming in here to a hostile environment with a huge crowd and able to capitalize on these turnovers and lead to points. And if they can punch it in from here, that's going to be a tough order for Carroll to try to claw back against a very good team.
We talked about Tech having the success last week, but along with that success is the experience gained through that first game, playing a little bit earlier than everybody. Montana Tech, MSU Northern played Mayville State or somebody out east there. College of Idaho has 2 games under their belt already. That one game for Tech provided them some insights to what they did well and what they need to work on, and we're seeing that pay off this week with a familiarity with what they have in store. They're doing a great job in all phases of the ball. And Carroll College right now does look like a team that hasn't played yet, still trying to feel their way a little bit on both sides of in all phases of the ball, Chris.
Well, the preseason poll has College of Idaho picked to win the Frontier Conference this year, and based on what they did last year, the one thing that the Yotes have, they have a massive recruiting advantage over in that Boise, Caldwell.
That Boise Basic, Greater Boise Basic.
Oh my gosh, it's a million plus to recruit from, and just outside of Boise, so a big advantage there, and they have been a huge part of Frontier Conference football. Last year, getting the semifinals of the NAIA playoffs.
And those top 2 teams, College of Idaho travels to Dillon next week.
Oh boy.
To the brand new stadium that the Bulldogs opened up successfully today. So you've got the top 2 teams facing off in the Frontier Conference in the polls next week. I'll tell you what though, this Tech team looks like it's a force to be reckoned with in the near future at least. They've done a lot of good things here tonight, able to showcase the big play and some big plays on defense for us and some turnovers from this Carroll College team.
Well, and as they say, when you're down on the field as we were before the game, they really truly pass the eye test. I mean, they're
both schools do.
Yeah, they are. They're
they know
big,
where the
strong.
weight room is on campus.
They do, and of course, college football now, in today's climate, your most important guy on the sidelines is that strength coach and what he's able to do with the players in the off season, and that can make or break a program. And
you can't say that enough. So many relationships are built in, when they're working hard off the football field. As we watch Tech try to sneak it in here,
quarterback keeper touchdown. So Thielen gets a push from Lander Smith from behind and takes that big body over and cracks the plane and scores the touchdown.
See those guys getting off the field last. Thielen using his big bodies in front of that offensive line continues to produce up front so this offense can continue to maneuver downfield. Thielen, the beneficiary of the 6 points you get when you break the goal line. But I'll tell you what, his kids up front, those guys are doing yeoman's work for him tonight.
6'3", 205 pounds, and didn't need much. So extra point pending.
Kick it into that well-utilized tailgate lot. You see a couple of folks still straggling down there.
And Root will try to tack on the point after. Kick is on the way, and this one is good. 8:16 to play in the first half. The Diggers up the lead to 23-7 here in quarter number 2. 3 turnovers, all leading to points, and that really, Bobby's been the difference in the game.
Yeah, it's a tough one to swallow if you're Carroll, but there's a lot of time left. We've seen them be able to move the ball offensively here. They've only been able to finish one of those. And then they found a way to shoot themselves in the foot 3 different times with turnovers. 3 drives ending in turnovers. That Montana Tech has done a great job finishing themselves.
All right, back after this timeout. 23-7 our score. Diggers on top. And welcome back to Nelson Stadium here on the campus of Carroll College, where Montana Tech has just upped the lead to 23-7 on the Blake Thielen quarterback keeper. Got to look at that Montana sky. And Bobby, I tell you what, I mean, it's tough enough to play in 90-degree heat, but these guys are also battling the smoke inhalation.
Yeah, those aren't clouds, folks. There's a forest fire somewhere in the vicinity that's kind of impeding our vision here.
That one sails into the back of the end zone.
Does make for some nice sunsets, Chris. Unfortunately, something's burning.
We mentioned the crowd on hand for this one, and typically these two rivalries always bring together a big house, and much anticipation for this game in particular after the win last week by Montana Tech when they knocked off Georgetown, Kentucky, and that really set the table for tonight's game.
They got a great student section for the fans down here, and it is packed all the way down from end to end here at Nelson Stadium. And then the Montana Tech fans have sprinkled themselves around the edges and over there. Not a bad seat to be had tonight as we get underway again here with Carroll.
Perka with the play actions, got a man out at the 35-yard line. Pitch and catch is good, and that should be enough for the first down as Ford makes the catch for the first down.
Ford does a nice job catching the ball. Jaden Downs right there immediately upon the reception, ensuring no run after catch, but not before Carroll gets a first down with the reception.
Ball's at the 36, first down. Ford with the carry. Breaks a couple of tackles. Good hard running to the 42. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Good job running up inside right there. Demario King, another tackle from his secondary spot, coming up and filling late. Good yardage on first down. Brings up 2nd and about 4 here for this Carroll offense.
Tech shows blitz. Now looks like they back off. Perka will look over and get the signs. Clock ticking, winding down to the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. Here's Perka, straight drop. Now gets flushed out of the pocket, incomplete pass. And that's just great pressure straight up the middle by J.R. Seawald, the linebacker.
Yeah, just coming off the edge. Perka looked to escape outside. Seawald was right there, just threw the ball away. Gets outside that tackle pocket. Just chucks away this Montana Tech defense now. Big play here on third down. Can they stop Carroll? 2 drives in a row.
The defense is settling down now. You take away the turnovers and the easy scores, and the defenses are now starting
Both teams kind of settled into the game. Carroll was a little amped up with the 2 turnovers. Tech's kind of settled in. Now we're ready to play a little football. Play action pass here, Perka.
Rolls out. Oh, what a tough pass and what an even better catch.
Oh, DeMario King.
Carson Ochoa.
Himself. Carson found, oh my goodness. If we get a replay of that one, the Great Falls Realty replay, you'll get your money's worth at home. Is a little bit different here. Perka finds a little bit of space, just pitches it up. He catches it, and then King
Wham.
Right there on the spot, but not before Carroll College gets to move the sticks and a new set of downs. Just shy of midfield here.
Hardest throw you can make is rolling left and throwing back across your body, but he got it to him to the 48.
Right-hander.
First down. Oh, little reverse back the other way and some running
blockers.
Room. Here's Holmes. And he is down inside Montana Tech territory to the 40-yard line. So a well-designed play as they got that Tech defense going the wrong way, and Lincoln Holmes out of St. George, Utah gets Holmes, a positive gain.
Yeah, a little misdirection right there. Holmes does a great job watching. Blockers are out in front, sets them up there. One guy squirts by and he just steps out of bounds.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Ford slams up inside, first down to the 40.
Good hard running there by Ford. Both offenses really want to push that ball between the tackles. Not a lot of bouncing outside sweep plays. You don't see the early in the game sweep plays edge to edge trying to get that defense to run. They're trying to establish some dominance with their offensive line. As Ford gets ahead there for a couple of yards and a new set of downs for Carroll.
Carroll College would love nothing more than to milk this second quarter clock and score just before half. Winding down to the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. First down in Tech territory. Now they're going to shift Ford. Here comes a blitz off the corner, and Ford runs right underneath it. They came with the corner blitz, and Ford just slipped inside of it for a gain of 3.
Yeah, he tried to bounce that outside. I thought he had one more level to go with blockers there. He decided to bounce it outside for positive yards, but you're right. He just absolutely slipped right underneath that corner blitz. It's easy to see from up here when you're on the field. Things are going 100 miles an hour. They just happen.
This game isn't hard.
Oh, give me a laser pen and a whiteboard. Let's go.
That's right. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the 38. Clock running. 4:38 and counting. Fighting Saints need points here in the second quarter. Perka looks right, throws left, has a man, and he is hammered right after the catch. And that's just a great play by Matt Whitcomb, the linebacker, who stones that play for a loss.
Well, Whitcomb had 2 blockers out there that were waiting for him to initiate. Whitcomb saw the whole thing set up right there, and instead of trying to run to a block, he ran to the ball, makes a play, brings up 3rd and long. Great read reaction by Whitcomb. He's making plays all over the place for this Tech defense tonight.
So the loss is back to the 42. Will bring up 3rd and 11. Big play here for both teams. Perka fires out in the flats, got a man, it's caught, but a short gain and driven out of bounds, way out of bounds.
That's Whitcomb right there introducing himself yet again. That ball's in the air for longer than a couple of blinks. Whitcomb's going to find it tonight.
With the catch, but well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th and 11. The gain is to the 37. And now you're kind of in no man's land because you're out of field goal range, yet trailing 23-7 and inside the 40 at the 37. Are you going to go? It looks like they are.
Absolutely
4th and 6.
are. You don't want to give that ball back to them, but you also you got a little bit of momentum. The offense is starting to find its way a little bit here in the second quarter. Carroll hustles to the line here. Let's see what we're going to do.
4 receivers
like we're going to take a timeout
in that pattern and a timeout taken. Saints will talk this one over on 4th and 6. Biggest play of the half right now.
Carroll trying to dial something up here, trying to find a little momentum, create it themselves on offense here.
Jack Marshall is, I believe, hydrated. He's
Good.
Upright, he's on his feet and joins us.
Better check on that.
That's right. I'm hydrated down here, just getting you guys ready for halftime a little bit. We're going to talk about the new Nelson Stadium, the new turf, the new lights, which are starting to come on down here. But just want to share a story with you. Coach Purcell told me, obviously they had grass here beforehand. He told me it used to get so cold or so wet in the morning sometimes after it rained or something, or they watered it, that he would put his socks on, and he'd put sandwich bags on over his socks, and then put his shoes on just to go to football practice as the head coach. So kind of sounds like some of the family vacations that went wrong had to go on. But I can imagine you guys have had some similar experiences. So they're pretty happy to have the turf down here at Carroll College.
Jack, I can tell you about a weather-related story that it was a national championship game between Sioux Falls and Carroll in Rome, Georgia, the same year that Montana was playing Richmond in Chattanooga, and it was so cold and so wet, it was brutal. And we had to take the charter bus straight to the airport. Nobody was able to change their clothes, and we literally took the flight home from Chattanooga to Missoula in just frozen cold.
That's terrible. That's really
pulling
terrible.
double duty tonight. I turned my shadow that's been with me for a few of the road trips here, brought my son along, and I asked him where he wanted to be, if he wanted to be in the booth with us, and he's like, this guy looks like he's kind of fun, so he's hanging out down on the field. Jack's pulling double duty. I don't know what his hourly rate is to watch my 11-year-old, but they're both down there. Eerily, they look similar, and as I was telling you, my son's closer to Jack's age than Jack is to us.
See, you didn't need to remind me of that. The Old Man River references can go on all night. But
well, he was up here before the game, and we were talking, and he was asking, who we knew, where he was from in Clyde Park, and everybody, that he was saying, those are people that we grew up with. Oh, that was my teacher. Oh no, that's one of my buddy's grandparents.
From a broadcasting standpoint, doing the sports in Billings for 40 years, now you're going through generational players. So you covered dad, then you covered the son, and now you're covering the grandson. So
oh man,
it's that's the scary part, is when their kids are coming up through the ranks. But it's fun, and you watched that game last night between Helena and Billings West. That was a great tussle between those two teams, our first game on SWX, and I know you were on the call for that one, but the players of both sides of the football played extremely hard. It was really a good AA game.
Yeah, it was. I was really impressed. I know Helena's 0-2. I was very, very impressed with their big kids up front on both sides of the ball. Helena's big physical team came up a little bit short last night, and I know that they're 0-2, but they've lost to Bozeman, who's number 1 in the state, and West, who I think is either number 3 or number 4 in the state. Last night was a road game for them. They've got a good team. They'll figure it out, but there's a lot of those kids on Helena's team that are going to come play in the Frontier Conference. And West High runs very, very well. Lots of speed. They've got a lot of guys, and you'll look on both of these rosters, there are a lot of Helena High guys, a lot of Billings West kids on tonight's game. So lots of history throughout the state. It's great to be able to call both of those things. I know that you're generationally keyed in through football through the state. I haven't called that many games. I've been on TV a few times, but it's nice to go back and see the high school games, see guys you played with, coached against, coached with, and then see those guys, those kids play, those guys that I've coached, their kids play. And last night I saw Kevin Lundstrom, who I coached when he was a linebacker at Montana State. He played for the Cats when I was there, and his son's a starting quarterback at Helena. I watched Lundy. He was sweating before the game. He was all on the lather. It was just anxiety watching his kid play. So those are the type of fun things. It's all relatable. It's all great. It's a lot of fun to be able to do this for folks at home, but great to be able to bring you to tonight's game live from New Nelson Stadium.
This new partnership that we're sharing with the Frontier Conference, we only hope continues to grow and really to showcase what great football is being played at this level.
You and I have been trying to get this thing going for a few years now.
A few years, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go back 40, but it's been a few years about the possibilities and the opportunities that the Frontier has for something like SWX, and for this to come to reality in the expanded partnership that we've got. I mean, we saw the potential a long time ago. You and I have, with your history, and it's been a great partnership. It's going to be a lot of fun to bring you more Frontier games, because this is tremendous football. Not just tonight's game, but we've got a lot of Frontier teams ranked nationally, and this is one of the premier NAIA conferences in the country.
Well, that's just it. I mean, you win in the Frontier, you're a player at the national level. There's no question about it. 4 teams in the playoffs last year. Expansion, of course, in the NAIA playoffs. We can talk about that later, as they've expanded, which only gives more opportunity. So second and
fourth. It's fourth
and sixth. That's right. They'll roll the dice here. Perka looks across, feels pressure, incomplete.
Turnover on downs, Carroll.
Wow.
Tech continues to capture the momentum here tonight in this first half as Carroll comes up short again, turns the ball over, this time on downs. But Tech, another opportunity to go in before the half.
No timeouts remaining for Montana Tech with 2:57, but the ball at the 37, so.
Good field position,
yeah, absolutely.
And time enough to mount a drive here.
So out trots this Orr-Digger offense.
Well, this Carroll defense has done a nice job. They got beat by the one big play, but other than that, they've done a nice job against this Tech offense.
Well, let's see what they do now, how aggressive they get. First down from the 37. And they're going to stay on the ground with Smith, who tries to bounce outside. Does he get the corner? Yes, he does. Out of bounds at the 44. Finally ridden out of bounds by Bodie Smith.
Yeah, Smith there in pursuit. He's a big physical runner. I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter where he's at. He's not going to beat you with speed, but he's looking for contact, and right there, gets about 5 yards after the initial contact, holds him off with that left hand, and finishes a run right into the Carroll sideline.
Well, we told you about his career-high 200 yards rushing last week against Georgetown, and he was really the glue and the catalyst for that Montana Tech offense against Georgetown. Thielen was efficient, but put up.
Well, it was a run-first approach last week.
Yeah.
He shouldered a bunch of that load. Great production from his running back spot, and he continues to, be physical and carry the load here tonight.
So 5-yard penalty. It's going to back it up to the 39.
Ball moves back to the 39-yard line after the penalty. Second down and about 8.
Second down and 8.
He's very defensive.
.225 to play in the first half. Carroll brings pressure up the corner. And Smith again, good hard run up to the 41. Just a couple on the play. Brings up third down.
Yeah, Carroll made a big investment in their defensive line last year, or coming into this year rather. Paying off right now, brings up third and about 6 here for this Tech offense. We're going to talk it over, it looks like, here on the sideline.
This is that new rule now in college football where you get the
2 minute,
the 2 minute timeout. Yeah, they're out of timeouts.
2 minute warning, and I'll tell you what, the coach that met him out the farthest out of the field right there, that was their O-line coach. He's fired up.
Third and 6 for Montana Tech. Ball at the 41-yard line. 2 minutes to play. Orr-Diggers with no timeouts remaining in the first half. Here's Thielen rolling left. Gets good protection. Fires out there. Incomplete. Flag comes in. And I think we're going to get pass interference on Wyatt Alexander.
It's going to be interesting here. That was way downfield. And, I don't know if that was even a catchable ball where he threw it. and broke it off, but we're going to get a brief synopsis here from the White Hat. Called that one on Graham.
All right, so Montana Tech again, this time benefiting on
new set of downs.
New set of downs and down to the 44-yard line. Still plenty of time, 1:55 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Yeah, no reason to be in a hurry here, just run the offense.
And they just flip it out here, that's complete. Nice little pitch and catch. Alexander on the reception.
Yeah, good little football play. Elijah Larson right there, not much gain. Second down on the second long after the short gain on the screenplay. Tech not in a hurry here. Realize there is lots of time.
No need to be, so. 2nd and 8 from the 42. Thielen straight drop. Now fires long and deep, and this is batted down at the last minute. That's just great defense by the linebacker.
No, that's the corner. That's
the
Graham
corner.
Again.
That was Graham.
Graham again doing a great job right there in pursuit. A lot of times, young corners, Graham's been around a little bit. You see those corners when they see that deep ball coming, they're going to take a peek. Not Graham right there. He's playing the hands of the receiver. Perfect timing right there. Breaks up the pass. No big play. 3rd down or diggers.
So a huge defensive play by Graham brings up the 3rd and 8. Still 1:43 to play here in the first half. Here comes pressure by that Carroll College defense. Again, the defender falls down. That time Graham fell down, but the ball was overthrown.
Yeah, he's a physical corner out there on the right side of this Carroll defense. And when he got called for the pass interference play, it was a little bit give and take out there. He kind of was the culprit, got caught for the pass interference right there. He and Torgerson battling back and forth. He lost the battle, but the pass was overthrown, so got away with one there. It's not a bad defensive series, as he did have the big breakup, and Graham able to get this ball back with the big play on defense for Carroll.
And we'll see what the Saints do. They still have all 3 timeouts remaining. They'll get it back with about a minute and a half to play in the first half.
Tech okay with just running the clock out there.
Quinn Belcher standing at his 10-yard line.
Ball moves back to the 47-yard line now for the punt.
Get a new clock, and we'll try this thing again here.
There's pressure, he gets it away. Belcher signals for the fair catch and makes it inside the 15-yard line. So the Saints, with 1:32 to go and 3 timeouts, get the football.
Well, Carroll does have to hurry a little bit because this one's got to count. They weren't anticipating getting this ball back when they turned it over on downs just on the other side of the 50. A little bit of hope here, not a lot of time, but they do have all 3 timeouts, Chris. Sure would look good if you're a Carroll College fan right here. Have a nice quick drive, get some points, come away with it, go into half and build on something. Wouldn't stink so much, but there's a lot of things that they can talk about going in at halftime tonight.
And Ford's got some running room up over the 25 to the 30. He's at the 40 to midfield, finally taken out of bounds inside Montana Tech territory. And Ford showing some speed as he gets to the outside.
Well, you know who else showed some speed is the other number 7, Whitcomb, from his linebacker spot, ran him down for a minute there. It looked like they were racing, and then Whitcomb rather put his shoulder, and you'll see him coming into your screen late here. Here he goes, looks like they're running 100 meters. Ford had his eye on the prize, Whitcomb had his eyes on his thighs.
Well, they had him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So, yeah.
Oh, my.
That's about 30 yards back from where we thought he went out of bounds. So first down from the 34. And Perka now got a man open across the middle.
Catch. That's Ford again, showing
out of the backfield. Great
runs
catch.
with power, catches with grace. Second and short here. Carroll trying to be in a little bit of hurry here.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Hurry up offense. Still have those 3 timeouts. Perka to Ford. Ford tries to go up over the top and gets to the 48-yard line as he just vaulted over Sanchez for extra yards.
Angel Sanchez is easy to identify on that Tech defense. You know, they're green and orange, their colors, and he's got the orange shoes. He looks like he's ready to go hunting right after the game tonight. Bright orange, fluorescent orange shoes over there. But
well, that second effort moves the chains for a first down at the 48-yard line. Tech will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and all of a sudden the Saints thinking, hey, we've got time to move down the field, maybe tack on 3 before the half.
Well, Xavier Ford's having a game tonight. He came in as the number 2 running back, but has established himself so far tonight as kind of, you know, the go-to person in this Carroll offense. He and Perka kind of shouldering the load tonight for the guys in purple.
First down at the 48. 55 seconds to play here in the first half. Perka fires out here. He's got a man at the 45. That's just a short gain of 3 on the play. Gavin Vandenaker on the catch.
Yeah, that ball took a long time.
To get there.
It was in the air for a long time. The safety came over. At first when he let it go, there's no way he's going to get there, and he was there right after it was caught.
Oh, he's looking for Ford out of the backfield. And now Perka with a great move. And Perka hook slides to the 32 and a first down. He made a great move right at the 40-yard line.
Very aware young man playing quarterback tonight. Sees nobody in the middle. They ran to their zones, vacated the middle, and Perka stepped up, and he immediately realized, hey, I got some space, baby.
Watch this move. Watch this move right
Pulls
here.
Pulls it down, puts that thing away.
Just does a
very aware,
quick drop step right as he got over the line of scrimmage.
Just realizes as he's stepping up in the pocket, there's nobody between him and the goalposts. Might as well be able to stop the clock with the first down, then take the timeout and re-strategize there on the sideline with his charges. So Carroll on the move here shows good progress with the the hurry up, semi-hurry up, I guess. Utilizing their timeouts, moving the ball.
So the ball's at the 35. First down. Saints still with a timeout to use. Perka fires across the middle, and he's got the catch at the 20.
Just over the 24. That's going to move the chains again, stop the clock, saves the timeout.
Another good catch by Lincoln Holmes.
Hustling to the line. Perka showing good command of the offense, good vision downfield there.
Now within field goal range is Perka. Pulls it down, and almost lost the football.
8 seconds. The clock's ticking.
They can use their last timeout. And there it is. So Saints will try to tack on a field goal here with 8 seconds to go in the first half.
You wouldn't take a shot here, Chris? I'm going to flip the script and have the color guy ask the play-by-play guy, what would you do, Coach?
Well, you certainly can. Would you have enough time to run the play and still leave enough left to kick the field goal?
Oh, absolutely.
You've got to have 3.
It's got to be in the end zone.
Yep, it's got to be quick.
It's incomplete.
Yep. Something safe in the back corner, maybe.
That's exactly
what they're going to do. Okay. That's why you're the coach and I'm doing the game.
Yeah, it used to be, just like every other coach. It used to be. That's why I'm up here with you.
4 receivers. Time to take 1 shot. No timeouts. Here's Perka.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's going to take a sack, and this is going to end the half. Oh, boy.
Can't do.
The one thing you could not do.
You got to let it go. And you don't expect that from your senior quarterback.
No.
at the end of the half. That's one of those conversations. I know Coach Purcell right now, you see him having a conversation with the quarterback, exactly what the expectations were. And so Carroll comes away with nothing on what was actually a pretty good drive at the end of the half there.
Oh, it was a great drive. Length of the field, opted to go for it. A sack, no points. We're through the first half here at Nelson Stadium in Helena. And right now it's Montana Tech on top, 23-7. Stay with us. Halftime up next. He is. You want him on the spare headset?
Can you hear what he's saying? You want a spare one? Do you want me in here?
Do you want on the? Do you want him on the spare headset? Yeah, spare headset. Yeah, no. You stay in. Right here between us, Charlie. If you would, sir.
You're not cold or anything, are you?
Yeah.
It's cooler out there than up here.
I'm in front of the window. Chris has got 5 bottles of water. Yes. That was slick. It's okay.
I've got one, Claire. Thank you, Claire. I've got one.
I would, please. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
It's a nice crowd.
Oh my gosh, it's an awesome crowd.
You might not get the tech or might not get some of the tech guys back to watch it if it gets close.
To the Bootlegger halftime report. And at the half right now, it's Montana Tech leading the home team, the Fighting Saints of Carroll College, 23-7. Chris Byers along with Bobby Beers, and pleased to be joined at halftime by Carroll College Athletic Director Charlie Gross. And Charlie, Nelson Stadium for decades has been the gold standard of football stadiums in the NAI, and with good reason. But you certainly didn't stand pat. And the new look here as we came in tonight, sensational with the changes you've made.
Thank you very much. A lot of time and energy went into it. You know, it's been in the planning for a long time. Carroll's wanted to do this. We're fortunate that all the pieces came together over the past couple of years to really make this happen. And it has turned out, it's gone beyond our expectations.
Well, what a tremendous atmosphere, and playing tonight's game under the lights, thank goodness, 90 degrees here in the capital city. But above and beyond the stadium, when you look at the Frontier Conference, what's happening, the expansion, 14 teams, I mean, this league has really taken off and will continue to do so on into next year.
It is so exciting for small college athletics in this part of the country to have really, the sustainability of the Frontier Conference really be grounded with the growth and the expansions of the teams, the investment that all of the schools are making in their athletics program, valuing the experience that the educational experience students have in competition. It really is marvelous, and we're just so excited to be a part of it.
With a large scoop shovel that knocks on the goalpost like it was a flimsy piece of rubber. From that point through the completion of the project, it was apparent Dick Anderson's construction put the
about soccer, but we've got dugouts over here. What's that all about?
Well, we've been really creative in making this field. We put a lot of width in the turf that allows us to get the width we need to actually be able to play softball and have a regulation outfield fence. So we put the corner naturally in the bowl with a backstop, put some dugouts in there, and it's very difficult to play softball in Montana in the month of February, but our conference sometimes schedules us then, and we would rather play at home than travel a long ways to go play a game. So the field's really going to help us be able to play in all weather conditions.
And I know, Charlie, you wear many hats. We always tend to look at football or basketball in the wintertime, but there's so many other sports that need attention paid to it. And really, when you look at the overall success of any collegiate program, it's not just what you're doing in football and basketball, but across the board. Are you winning in those other sports as well? And Carroll's had a long history of being excellent in a myriad of sports, and the facilities bear that out and continue to do that.
Yeah, we haven't really we haven't been content. We have continued to add sports. Mm-hmm. We've continued to try to improve our spaces to give our student athletes the opportunity to train and practice at the highest level possible, and then give our fans and spectators a better fan experience. And really, Nelson Stadium tonight is special. The large crowd, the beautiful red sun that was setting and looking at Mount Helena. But we're very proud of our athletic program. We have about 500 student athletes. We've added cheer and dance this past year, and actually they're able to participate in this event as well as move on in NAI competition down the road. So athletics play a pretty important role at a school like Carroll.
All right. Well, we want to thank you so much for stopping by. Congratulations and best of luck for tonight and, of course, on through the season, not just with the football team, but all of your athletic endeavors on the campus. And great to have you stop by and say hello. We enjoyed it.
Thanks for being here.
All right. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie Gross, the athletic director at Carroll College, as we are at halftime in tonight's game with Montana Tech leading 23-7.
Jack Marshall here on the sidelines at Nelson Stadium. I found out this week that the stadium's 23 years old. We already talked about up in the booth up there if that's old or young earlier, but this week I took a look back into the past, earlier this week and also earlier in the year, just how all these renovations at Nelson Stadium came to be. Well, it has officially arrived. Not just football season, but also the addition of new turf and new lights for the first time here at Carroll College. But before we take a look at all the new features here at Nelson Stadium, let's take a look back at how the enhancement project got started.
It was going to happen. Well, it is going to happen, and it will be done in time for the first football game in the summer of 20.
Way back in the fall of last year, Carroll College held a press conference as the school was finally ready to launch the $5 million Nelson Stadium enhancement project.
1, 2, 3.
Fast forward to spring of this year, where the longtime grass in Nelson had been removed, and amongst the dirt mounds and heavy machinery, an official groundbreaking was held.
It's like Christmas Day. I mean, it's just so exciting. And what gets me excited is just the impact it will have on our students, our 300 athletes.
And so crews worked through the summer, laying down turf one square at a time and establishing the foundation for new light towers. And finally, just as the Saints opened up fall camp, Valley Bank Field at Nelson Stadium was ready for football.
Unbelievable. You know, we, especially the first practice coming out here, not have to turn on light towers and stuff at 5:45 in the morning. The guys were missing the gentle purr of the diesel engine and the smell of diesel with the light towers. But so yeah, just very exciting. Just it felt like a whole different experience, a whole different college. It felt like a whole different place.
I actually feel like a step quicker. I feel a little bit younger. Makes practice a lot more productive as a whole team. Last couple of years on the grass, it'd be good for a month. And after that, practice you'd start dreading practice. You're like, I can't get better, I can't get my footing, I can't do the right stuff. So on the turf right now, it is night and day difference.
So now, with brand new turf, brand new lights, some new posters, and some new paint, the stage is set in the $5 million stadium, and there's one thing left to do: play some football in it. Reporting for SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. Well, there you have it. From looking like a dirt bike track in here to looking beautiful under the lights, Nelson Stadium. Well, 23-7 lead for Montana Tech over Carroll College at halftime. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back to Nelson Stadium. Halftime, Montana Tech on top 23-7 over Carroll College. A half filled with a little bit of everything, Bobby. We had big plays, we had turnovers, we had missed opportunities, we had teams capitalize on some turnovers, so we really saw it all in the first quarter. And let's take a look at Carroll College first and their fine quarterback, Jack Perka.
Perka right here just doing it with his feet right there up the middle, falling forward for a first down. beats it. He'd have been short if he wouldn't have broke that tackle, but nonetheless he does there. Right over the middle right here, big play, breaks a tackle, and then we were just talking about Mr. Wickham, number 7 for Tech, having a day. Although downfield there, he makes a game-saving, or the touchdown-saving tackle right there, and Perkins decides to do it all himself after a couple mishaps by this Carroll offense. Shoulders the load there into the end zone. It's the first score of the season.
Now we go
Carroll
to
College, and there, guess who catches the ball there?
Yeah,
Jaden Downs with his 4th one of the season. Starts to slow down there, gets a little bit tired, gets caught. But that's his 4th interception of the season. NAIA Player of the Week, continuing that thing there. Then over on offense, able to finish that one there with the
Blake Thielen, Lander Smith.
Yeah, Lander Smith right there. He does a lot of work for this Tech offense, usually toting the ball. That one catches the ball, gets into the end zone. And then we're going to see this blocked punt here. Spencer Berger goes up. One hand block right there. Tries to recover it. Little scoop and score. Thinks better to fall on it. That sets up another scoring opportunity for the Ore Diggers as they have come up with another big play on special teams.
Yeah, and that was the late touchdown on the quarterback keeper by Thielen after that block punt that gives us the difference in the game right now, 23-7. Hey, we'll take one more break, come back, third quarter about to begin here in the capital city on the campus of Carroll College. Third quarter. Here we are at Nelson Stadium, and boy, the smoke is rolling in from the nearby fires, making it tough on those players today, but performing well. Both teams are 23-7. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Bobby, what sticks out for you?
Well, I'll tell you what, that big number on the turnover margin right there for Carroll, that's turned into 14 points for Montana Tech, and you see it on the scoreboard. They're doing it offensively. The total yards at 244. the rushing yards for Carroll's offense is actually gaining yards and being effective, although they're turning the ball over, and you just can't. Early season miscues lead to opponent points, and Montana Tech able to absolutely capitalize tonight. That's been the big difference tonight in this game early on here in the Frontier Conference season.
And you told me this, and we were talking after the first quarter that when the halftime stats came out, Carroll College was going to have the lead and be behind on the scoreboard. They've almost doubled up Montana Tech in total yards. They hold the Orediggers to 135 to 245 for Carroll College, but the turnovers that led to 17 first half points have been the difference in this game. And the last one, the blocked kick and the quarterback keeper by Blake Thielen, that extended that lead to 23-7. So we'll see what.
If you're a Carroll College defensive player right now, you're looking up at the scoreboard. You're doing just fine right now. You only account for really one score, and yet you look up at the scoreboard and you're a little bit disheartened. You're going to come out with a little fire in your belly here in the second half.
Beginning to cool off nicely here, and thank goodness for the lights at Nelson Stadium. It would have been a cooker if they had kicked this one off at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you can see the stands slowly filling in as we see Kyle Sampson still fired up there on the sideline. Kyle Sampson actually has some Carroll ties too. His grandfather is old Putter Petrino, the legendary coach that preceded Mike Van Diest. He had a legendary program here, played over at Vigilante. His teams were known for their grit and toughness. The grandson of Putter Petrino carrying on the tradition just a couple miles down the road in Butte, bringing his charges in here tonight. They're up 23-7 here to start the third quarter.
Well, Putter's teams dominated the Frontier Conference back in the 80s. And, of course, that family tree is long and illustrious. The Petrinos.
Bobby's back at Arkansas. Paul's running around out there. And Mark Sampson, we talked about Kyle's dad's been a head coach in the Frontier and in Montana High School at a couple spots. So football runs deep in that Petrino and Sampson family.
Montana Tech with the football. Torgerson at the goal line up over the 15. Breaks a tackle to the 20, up near the 25. Good field position for Montana Tech to begin the third quarter.
Yeah, Torgerson's able, not real big in stature, but able to avoid a couple of blocks, a little bit slippery before being brought down about the 23-yard line. This Tech offense trying to get its feet underneath it. You saw the stats just like we did. Not impressive, but they played with a short field, 3 different drives finishing in the end zone.
Yeah, they didn't have to put a lot of yards on the board. They just needed to capitalize on those short fields, which they did. A couple of touchdowns and a field goal. And now Blake Thielen brings the team out to begin the third quarter. Lander Smith fake to him and incomplete. Tried a little tight end toss. That was intended for Logan Kennedy, who drops the ball.
Well, that was they came out in that power set, little play action pass to start that one off, but ball hit him in a bad spot, right down back on the ground. Here we go, second down. A lot of movement, a lot of show. Derek Pierce unable to handle on to that one. That's 2nd 10 here for the Orediggers.
Here comes pressure off the edge, and Smith bounces off one tackle, but he can't get away from the other, and that was just a great open field tackle by Braden Orlandi.
That thing all started by the penetration by that Carroll defensive line. Forrest Suaro able to get penetration, knocks his offensive lineman back there. Running back runs right into him, and then the Carroll defense rallies up, drops him for a loss. 3rd and long, Tech.
And no need to panic if you're Carroll College. You've got a whole half of football to play. You've moved the ball well. Your defense has shown it can be good at times. But a 3 and out right here would be huge.
Absolutely it would.
Change that momentum back in the favor of the Saints if they can get the ball back. So 3rd and 14, pressure off the corner. Thielen feels it, steps up into it, and completes it. Torgerson gets the first down.
Boy, wow. He was well past the first down, lost a little bit of yards, able to fall forward there, trying to avoid a defender, but good job by Thielen. There's people all around his feet. Swirl, again, great pressure off the edge, pushed his lineman right in there. Thielen able to step up in the pocket and deliver a strike to Thielen to move the chains for this Tech offense.
Gain is up to the 34, 1st and 10. Torgerson's had a great game at wide receiver. This time they'll keep it on the ground. And trying to get outside to the corner and finds the corner. Christian Vetter with the carry.
Yeah, Vetter, there's a long-standing Butte name.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them running around Butte. There's one running with the ball right there, gets good yardage on 1st down. So Tech, we talked about their offense last week. A lot of it was done on the ground, just intermittent passes. And don't forget there's multiple Torgerson catches in the ball for Thielen tonight.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 39. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. Play action for Thielen. He's got all day to throw. For Torgerson, a lot of contact back there, incomplete pass, no flag on the play, and that was Daxon Graham back there in coverage.
They're looking at Graham all night, and I don't know if it's by design, but he's had a lot of deep balls. He's been in good position right there, a little bit of hand fighting with Torgerson. Chalked that one up to Graham again. He had a couple of big plays at the end of the first half for this Carroll defense, comes up with another one right there.
Another 3rd down, 3rd and 5 from the 39. Thielen, across the middle, 1st down. Nice catch down inside the 45 to the 42-yard line. And a 1st down for Montana Tech. Wyatt Alexander on the catch.
Thielen doing a nice job when he has time, and Carroll's getting one guy with a lot of pressure. Had one of the defensive ends off the right side there. Number 19 coming up hot off the right side of that offense. Thielen steps up, delivers a strike, having a lot of success throwing that ball in the middle of the field early on here for this Digger offense.
Impressive opening drive to begin the 3rd. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground. Smith, boy, he is a load. Falls forward to the 37.
Not much imagination there in the run game. We're just running lead, and we're going to just
off.
run hard.
Little Montana football there, just slamming on in there.
That's not necessarily September football in Montana. That's more like late October, November football. Nonetheless, it's effective. Helmet comes flying off. He's going to have to sit a play before coming back in.
2nd and 5. Oh, flags flying.
Yeah, got a little excited over there on the right side of that offensive line.
False start. This has been a good-looking drive to start the 3rd quarter. And really, for early in the season, take away the turnovers, but execution and penalties, pretty good.
Yeah, once Carroll settled down, kind of, they found a little bit of a, kind of a little bit of a rhythm offensively, unable to finish out one at the end of the first half. But you saw the stats. You had 255 yards of offense in the first half. Usually it's a reversal of the score when the stats are that lopsided.
Just 3 penalties each for each team. Total of 6, not bad. 2nd and 10, ball to 42. Thielen got him in, and this one is intercepted. And we're coming back the other way to midfield, to the 45 to the 40. And Carroll College is back in business. Braden Orlandi, the defensive back, steps in, gets the interception, and takes it inside Montana Tech territory.
Yeah, Orlandi saw this one all the way. Thielen put a little too much air underneath it, and Orlandi able to track that one down, reach and pluck it, get that ball back into Tech territory. Great reach, catch, and read by Orlandi, and sets up this Carroll offense on the fun side of the field for these Carroll fans. Caught myself there, Chris.
They're going to mark them out at the 47. So here come the Saints. Their first possession, 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can capitalize on the turnover. Little play action, incomplete pass.
That Tech defensive line rushed right into the face of Perker right there. Good push up front for that D-line. Forced Perker a little bit of a jump pass, Tim Tebow-esque, just
intended for Vandenaker. Well, you have to pay so much attention to Ford. who who was so effective in the first half, and so they went play action to him, thinking that line would collapse and just go over the top, but not executed. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 from the 47. Right side, and is this good? No, incomplete.
No.
Incomplete pass.
That ball was on him pretty quick right out of the break. That's Chris Alkishin. Alkishin unable to handle that one. Good ball, though, delivered by Perka there. It was on the body of the receiver, just unable to come up with it. 3rd and long here.
Yeah, Perka's got a big play here, 3rd and 10. Boy, you'd love to capitalize off the interception right here as they started this drive in Montana Tech territory. But 3rd and long. Perka's got 4 receivers in the pattern. Rolls to his right, now throws, and this one is Tech saying incomplete over there on the sideline.
Everybody
yes, it is.
from the Tech sideline was helping that official make the call. That was a tough one. Close play. Just there's a lot of heat being on Perka on there as he rolls out to his right, his strong side.
Yeah,
unable to make the completion, and here comes the punt team for Carroll.
Spencer Bergen into punt. A good defensive stand there by Montana Tech after the interception, and they're going to get it right back. So Berger gets it away.
Setting up a return here.
Torgerson's got some room to the 30. Cuts up the middle of the 35, close to the 40-yard line. Boy, this kid can play.
Did a great job right there. A lot of guys end up trying to break it to the sideline immediately. Torgerson uses a little bit of space that he had right there on the return, just brings it right straight back up the field. Using some of that new math to where the quickest way between 2 points isn't like driving on the highways in Montana. It's a straight line, I'm told, Chris, and Torgerson using that to his advantage right there.
Well, he took that return and straight up north-south running, and it's going to give Tech great field position again from the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, 10:40 to play here in the 3rd. And you don't want to give Tech all these opportunities with the football. And we'll come back as the Diggers have the football and the lead here at Nelson Stadium. .40 to play here in the 3rd. Montana Tech with the lead in the football. 1st down from the 38. Blake Thielen gone all the way at quarterback. And they give it to the big fella who slams it up inside. And look at that. That's a rugby scrum out there. Gets it to the 42-yard line. 4 tough yards, 2nd and 6.
Well, I think we're going to get a heavy dose of the running in the second half. Kind of shorten the game a little bit. No reason for Tech to really do anything extravagant. Pass when you have to. Run because you can.
They're going to give him 5 on the carry, so 2nd and 5 from the 42. He was met right at the line of scrimmage, Bobby. Still got 5 tough yards. He has a load to bring down.
235-pound grown man pushing the pile.
And they'll stay with him on the ground. And this time, oh man, nothing doing. That's just great defense. That time, Henry Gross, the linebacker, puts a helmet on him, and there's a loss on the play.
Yeah, 6'2" hometown boy here out of Helena, Montana. He does have good size, but he wasn't able to bounce it outside. We do have Laundry on the field here, Chris.
We'll sort this one out.
You know, the one thing we haven't had to use tonight is replay.
No, and that is a so this goes against Carroll College and negates what was a great defensive play. Well, Jack talked about it in the beginning of our broadcast with SWX now providing replay for these games.
Yeah, had a replay thing happen down in Dillon earlier today. Those officials had to run a long way in some hot weather.
We'll try to get you some scores from around the Frontier and the Big Sky if we can before this one's over. Big day of college football in the Treasure State. Oh, Smith.
Just barreling forward, had guys all around his legs.
You know, they put Levi Torgerson in motion, and it looked like maybe a jet sweep, and then they ran up inside, and that opened up the hole, and he doesn't need much.
No, he makes his own hole in a lot of there's a lot of contact. That guy runs with good forward lean. He knows there's going to be guys around him, and he just carries a couple of guys with him, bounces off a couple more. Not before it's 2nd and 2 here.
Well, Carroll had the 3 and out as their only possession of the second half, and at the 9-minute mark, Tech has had the football the entire third quarter. And look who they're going to again.
Just moving the chains, keeping it pretty basic, putting it on the shoulders of those guys up front.
You know, you got to be in such tremendous shape to be able to do what that young man is doing, carrying the football in this kind of heat and taking that constant pounding. We saw guys in the Helena West game last night that literally were cramping up on every play.
End of the first half it started, and then throughout the second half everybody was going down. College is a little bit different. They had a little bit different time to prepare, and they understand what's going on, but nonetheless it's a lot of work carrying that much mass all over this field tonight.
And that's going to be
there. You see him,
Smith again.
Finally stood up only after a 3-yard gain.
So
young man from Charlotte, Montana, not far from here, but I'll tell you what, it's a long ways away. The type of football that he was playing in high school to this one, he's come a long way, and he's built himself into a very effective running back for this Ordigger offense.
Well, I think we're going to see real quick, and they keep setting this play up, but I think we're going to see Torgerson on the sweep here pretty quick. They keep running it inside with Smith and bringing him across. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 8 from the 32. Clock continues to be the friend of Montana Tech, winding down to the 7:40 mark of the third quarter. In Carroll College territory. Smith, right
lots
side,
of blockers,
first
lots
down.
of space.
Man, he's just banging away. And when your defensive back's got to bring you down, that's a problem. Bodie Smith on the tackle.
Yeah, moving the chains on this largely on the shoulders of Smith.
Yeah.
So, hey, from around the Frontier today, we had Southern Oregon beating up on Lincoln University 46-7 down there in Ashland. Rocky, a home winner today over Montana State Northern 27-12. And then down there in Dillon, those Bulldogs pulled it out, beat Eastern Oregon 59-21, opening up a brand new Bulldog Stadium. First campus football game on campus down there in Dillon. What a way to do it for the Bulldogs.
Well, this is Smith breaks out of one tackle, trips, falls forward to the 20. Just move! And that time, much better defensive play by Klaus, who makes the open field tackle, trips him up for a short gain. But this is just big boy football with Montana Tech.
Yeah.
Double tights, jumbo backfield, and just run, and until that Saints defense can stop them, there's no reason to stop doing it. Clock continues to run as we're almost down to the 6-minute mark of the third quarter.
Well, Larson from his corner spot, anytime you have corners and safeties making the stops on your power runs, those front 5 big offensive linemen doing their job, allowing you to get to the second level. Pretty effective run game so far for Tech.
Smith, gaping hole up the middle, first down and more. Breaks another tackle inside the 10 to the 5, and a first down for Montana Tech.
runs through 2 head-on tackles. Great forward lean, great pad level. Taking the fight to the defender on that one.
Henry Gross finally got to him, but not before he takes it down to the 3-yard line. And this is just dominating football right now for this Montana Tech offense.
Well, they found a recipe that's working, and it's right between the tackles, and it's a heavy dose of a heavy human. That's two defenders that faced him up, and he just ran through them like they weren't even there.
First and goal from the 3. I wonder who's going to get the football here. Thielen. Smith bounces off a tackle, stays on his feet, but he's going nowhere. He'll actually lose a yard.
Carroll defense met initially by Gross in the backfield, forced him back inside. Carroll defense rallies up short, maybe loss of 1 on the play.
And Smith is going to come out on 2nd and goal. And in checks Christian Vetter. So Vetter comes in, Torgerson comes in. Charlie Kurgan, backup tight end. Now we got timeout taken. So Tech will talk this one over on 2nd and goal from the 4 with 4:26 to play here in the 3rd. You're watching college football on SWX, the Saints and the Orediggers.
Beautiful.
What a gorgeous evening here in central Montana. It's cooled off. We are under the lights at Nelson Stadium. We've got a packed house. We've got 2 great football teams. Folks, this is a fun way to open the college football season for us at SWX. Montana Tech looking at a 2nd and goal from the 4 with 4:26. They've held the football all but 3 plays here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Thielen. Operates out of the gun. Fakes, rolls right, back of the end zone, touchdown Montana Tech. Let's get a number on that young man, and that is Logan Kennedy, the tight end, who ran across the back of the end zone and makes the catch.
One of the 2 breaks that we took during that drive, they seem like they've had the ball the entire second half.
They have.
And you said they're setting something up here. We thought it was going to be a little bit of a quick reverse or something like that. I was looking play action pass right there, effective down on the goal line. After Smith took the ball the length of the field, they throw it to some other dude in the back of the end zone. Touchdown Tech.
And give Blake Thielen a lot of credit, because that was a perfectly thrown football in the back of the end zone to extend that lead to 30-7 with 4:22 to play on the Great Falls Realty Replay. Here it is.
Right there, you see a perfect pass. We'll catch up to it here at the end. We know how this one ends. If you're a Carroll fan, a lot of disappointment right there, but this Tech offense just ground that entire possession all the way down there, and you got the cha-cha to finish it off. Bunch of happy ore diggers headed to the sideline.
They can beat you so many ways, but I think what will continue to work in favor of this Montana Tech football team, Bobby, is the dominance they can show running the football. And when you control the line of scrimmage and run the ball as well as they do, that just sets everything up in the passing game.
Yeah, it's just straight downhill. They were most effective when they brought more blockers inside. They'd crash it down and kick it back out. It was pretty easy. We'll be right back to see what happens on this next kickoff here on SWX.
Montana Tech extending the lead here late in the third, 30-7 over Carroll College. Montana Tech will take the field on defense, where they've been very, very good tonight, holding the Saints to just 7 points. And with more on that story, we kick it down to Jack Marshall.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Young man, give
new
it the-
defensive coordinator in the house for Montana Tech. Obviously, that's Montel Allen. He comes over from the University of Chicago. Carroll said it actually helped them because they got film on him for a game, but that film was Montana Tech forcing 4 turnovers against number 3 Georgetown. They come in here, force two turnovers right off the bat. They've only allowed 7 points, so safe to say his job security is pretty safe over there in Montana Tech, the new DC.
All right, the Saints set to receive the football now in a big, big hole, trailing 30-7 after the touchdown pass from Blake Thielen to Logan Kennedy. And this one into the back of the end. Oh, it's going to be brought out. Oh, and they're going to pay for that one. Yes, Flournoy brought it out to the 14, and he is stopped well short of the 20.
Not something that, you can't do the wall. You can't do the wall anymore. But there was nobody around him for 20 yards, and as a returner, you get lonely back there. Just kneel on it, take the ball out to the 20.
So the Saints with a long field as they start from the 15-yard line, trailing by 23 to Montana Tech, ranked 21 in the nation. They're going to keep it on the ground, and Ford is wrapped up and taken down for a loss of 4.
Yeah, Sanchez in there to clean it up from his corner spot. Ford not getting anywhere, not seeing the success that he had in the first half up inside. This Tech defense feeding off the momentum that their offense has shown.
So that's a loss of 4, so 2nd and 14, ball resting at the 11-yard line. Perka looks left, pulls it down, and he's going to be brought down. Brought down at the 10-yard line. No gain, 3rd and long.
Those front four on the defense for Tech getting great push, collapsing that pocket, and Perka nowhere to go, ran into the back of his own offensive tackle there on the right side.
Cole Wyatt with the stop.
Just nowhere for him to go, bounces off one and right into the welcoming arms of a Tech defender now. 3rd and long here, deep in their own territory.
Actually, we credit Asher Fettis with that tackle, and so now, yes, 3rd and 13 from the 12-yard line. You almost have to convert here. Under 3 minutes to play in the 3rd. They can't give the football back. Big-time pressure on Perka, and he's going to go down at the 7-yard line.
Both those defensive linemen that missed him the first time, one of them is Mr. Yates, and the other one over there on the right side coming off the edge was Anthony Oakes. Both those guys missed him the first time, ducked out of him, and they both circled back and got him the second time. So Carroll College gets the ball, goes straight back, 6 yards, forced to punt.
Well, and Tech figures to get outstanding field position on the return.
They got 2 defenders. They're setting something up here, Chris.
Well, he gets it away, and this one, fair catch signal for and made by Torgerson at the 45. So a short field now for Montana Tech.
Safe bet there. Both the Torgersons, one of them's 11 and the other one's 2. They both returned punts. That one there was Levi. You know, throughout the fall, we do a lot of these games, and you hear a lot of the same names. There's so many Montana ties, so many coaching ties, both these schools all throughout those Frontier games. A lot of fun to kind of make the connections between the two teams and throughout the state. You know, and with the Torgersons and the Sampsons, kind of fun to have these type of games on TV.
Oh, they bring pressure right up the middle, and it pays off as Vetter tried to kick it to the outside, but they brought the linebacker straight up the middle. He tried to bounce it outside and gets brought down. Short gain on the play. Give him 1, 2nd and 9.
Got to take away from that Vetter keeping his feet moving, but Carroll finding some success with their defensive front. That was Ben Melhoff, redshirt senior out of Eugene, Oregon, making the play in the backfield.
I think you're absolutely right on the playbook for Montana Tech. You're just going to see a whole lot of running the football, chewing clock. If you're Carroll College, if you can stop it, great. If you can't, this is what you're going to get a steady diet of now as Vetter gets it again. Bounces off one tackle, but then he's brought down. So again, that Carroll defense stiffens up.
Yeah, you saw Braden Orlandi coming in there, trying to strip that ball. That Carroll defense standing up the runner. You can see Coach Sampson over there yelling at him, protect the ball, 2 hands. Nothing silly here, but 3rd and long here. This Ordigger offense not having the success they had in the last possession. Still with about the same amount of imagination running the ball up inside.
Let's see if they try to throw the football here as we're under a minute to play in the 3rd. 3rd and 10 in Saints territory at the 45. Here comes the pressure. Thielen gets it out there. Ball's dropped. Really should have been caught.
Yeah, good delivery on the ball. Just hit the receiver right there in the hands. Ball was intended for
Snyder.
Number 9, Ryan Rickman. Am I reading that right?
No, I've got Dylan Snyder.
Well, Dylan Snyder. Dylan was hoping I would have had it right, but the other one is hoping.
There's a few discrepancies on the rosters for Montana Tech. Not many, but a couple. We got ours.
Would have been nice to get one.
4th and 10. So Carroll does their job, forcing a 3 and out. Fair catch called for and made right at the 10-yard line. So the last possession they had started from the 15. This one's going to start from the 10. And oh, by the way, there's only 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. So you got a net gain of 5 yards on the Montana Tech defense from the 15 back to the 10.
It's been that kind of second half for Carroll. Just has. They haven't found anything offensively.
No.
We saw it at the half, the stats. They just haven't been able to, capitalize on any of those things. Credit to Tech on defense making those adjustments, but Carroll's kind of been their own worst enemy here this second half.
Oh, here we go. Ford flips it back to Perka. Incomplete. No flag on the play. A lot of contact out there.
Angel Sanchez able to make a play on that one. Wasn't fooled by the flea flicker. Stayed in coverage. Turned into man-to-man on him. Hung right there, able to make a play.
Ockelshun, the intended receiver. 24 ticks to go here in the third. Well, you look at the preseason poll in the NAI, and you've got College of Idaho picked to win it, followed by Montana Western, Southern Oregon third, and then you've got Tech at 4 and Carroll at 5. Now, if you're the 4th pick in the Frontier and you're Tech and you're playing like this, what a whale of a season we are going to be in for.
Those other 3 better be, they better be watching film.
And this is caught by Ford out of the backfield, and he gains absolutely nothing. And nice open field tackle by Kellen Beller, the linebacker, who makes the stop.
Yeah, Beller, nice job showing pursuit and staying right with the running back. Gets there right on time, no gain, nothing gained after the catch either. Had good success with that in the first half. Good adjustment at halftime, and Beller, great job from his linebacker spot. Brings up 3rd down for this Saint offense trying to find its way here.
Yeah, that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So all Montana Tech here in the second half. Complete control of the clock, the scoreboard. They tack on a touchdown. Since halftime, it leads 30-7. Back with the 4th after this. Carroll College trying to climb out of a huge hole as we start the fourth quarter, trailing 30-7. Backed up on the 10-yard line, looking at a 3rd and 10. Despite the way this game has gone tonight, it has been a terrific rivalry. As we mentioned, over the last 10 meetings, 5-5, they split last year. And after this play, we'll talk more about that. So we'll see if the Saints can convert on 3rd down. Perka's got a man open at the 25. That's a nice catch. And a first down, a much-needed first down, as Vandenaker brings it in to the 21-yard line. And now a little hurry-up offense for the Saints, and that's
well needed.
Well needed, and it's good. They're going to have to go that way the rest of the game.
Absolutely. If they want a shot here, they got to hurry it up.
Here's Ford, cuts up inside. Nice run to the 29. But again, time runs off the clock when you do that. That was Whitcomb again, the linebacker, making the stop. He's had himself a game.
Grew accustomed to in the first half.
Yeah.
Foster toting the ball, lots of space, getting the ball, moving the sticks.
Perka, Vandenaker catch. or Ockelshun, I should say, at the 35.
Well, Sanchez came with a corner cat off the edge right there. Perka, nice job of recognizing that and getting out to the receiver. Able to get a first down here for Carroll College.
Ockelshun quietly having himself a game. First down to 35. They move the sticks. Perka working quickly, has time. Runs up the middle, got some room at the 40, stays on his feet to the 45, and another first down for the Fighting Saints, and now a late flag comes in.
Good arm on the back judge there, able to throw that thing a good 25 yards. He saw something illegal happen at the end. They'll discuss it here.
Tech signaling it's against Carroll College.
Sanchez helping us out up here in the booth with the pointing.
Yeah, it's going to go against Carroll College. All right, let's talk a little bit more about that rivalry between these two great programs and kick it down to Jack Marshall.
Thanks, Chris. Obviously, it is a big rivalry between these two, but we got to remember these two teams play each other twice this year. Same thing has happened last year. Last year, it was Carroll that went down and beat Tech in their Copper game to open up the season. This year, it's Tech that seemingly looks like they're going to win this one. So just remember, we got one more game, and this one doesn't count for conference.
It's important to note, non-conference game. If you're going to take a loss, you don't want to do it in league play. So first down, and now another flag comes in. Going to get a false start.
Well, this will be interesting how they're going to call this one.
Just killing the Saints. Turnovers and penalties.
You had a little bit of a flinch by the nose tackle, and then the right guard move for Carroll. So Carroll College not having the same success offensively that they enjoyed in the first half. You know, after that run by Perka, it's just shooting themselves in the foot time after time here.
So 1st and 14. This time they do stay on the ground in a short gain, and that's not going to do much more than just chew up some clock as Max Lehman gets the call.
Yeah, Matt Wincombe there from his linebacker spot stops him after a 4-yard gain. Got 2nd and 11 here.
And now they're going to the huddle offense. They went no huddle on that last set of downs, but then back-to-back penalties. So we are under 13 to play here in the 4th. Here comes the blitz off the corner. Perka drops. Dances around, now gets flushed out of the pocket. At his 20, fires, and this one, oh my goodness.
No.
What a great effort. Are they going to give him the catch?
They're going to give it to him. There we go.
I'll tell you what, Lincoln Holmes made one of the great catches of the night right there. I don't know how he stayed it down.
Got 2 feet in bounds. That's good in every league available right here. Is Perka.
Great
protection right here. Looking around, sees nothing. Pressure up inside, gets flushed, looking downfield, finally finds his guy. 2 hands on the side. Great catch, move the chains. Another set of downs for this Carroll offense as we watch him go forward for another 3 yards.
And a flag on the play. So we'll see if this is yet another penalty against the Saints, and it is. Wow. Holding. Boy, this just going from bad to worse with the Saints team in relation to turnovers and now penalties.
Any momentum that they have is immediately stopped here in the second half. In the first half, they were doing it with turnovers. Here in the second half, they're killing themselves with penalties.
1st and 20. Here's Perka. Looks right, pulls it down, got a little bit of running room. And he's going to take it up over midfield to the 49, slides down, nice gain.
Good gain there.
Sanchez brings him down.
As things start to break down up there, he does a good job of keeping his eyes downfield. Very capable runner, but he's had to be tonight, Chris, right?
Yeah, and he gets the penalty yards back, so 2nd and 10 from the 49. Clock continues to roll. Here comes the blitz, and they give it to Ford. Sneaks through, first down and a whole lot more to the 30. To the 20, to the 15, 10, down to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, Carroll College. How about Xavier Ford?
Ford's been the go-to guy tonight for this Carroll offense. A lot of the good things that they've done tonight have happened because he's had success running the ball and right there, unable to get in the end zone. But I'll tell you what, he does a nice job after he gets past that first level. Sets up a guy, sticks him, shakes him downfield. Jaden Downs making the touchdown saving tackle for Tech.
Lehman tries to bounce outside, inside the 5, reaches for the end zone, touchdown Carroll College. Despite 3 penalties on this drive, they managed to go down the field and score, and this game is not over.
And Carroll College trying to go to that hurry-up offense. The run game's been successful tonight for both teams. Carroll College on that one, finding the success on the ground. Big play with Perka with his feet, with Ford on his feet, and then finishing it off with another run play into the end zone, trying to go fast through the air. Ends up running the ball all the way down for a touchdown, Carroll College.
Berger on for the extra point to make it a 2-possession game, and he does. So 30-14. And the Saints climb to within 2 possessions here with still plenty of time, 10:55 to go. Now, question becomes, can the Saints defense get a stop? We'll find out when we come back. Carroll College to kick it away here with 10:55 to go, and now a two-possession game at 30-14. JoJo Wallace and Levi Torgerson back deep to receive for Montana Tech. And this one is returnable. Drops the football. So Wallace in a whole bunch of trouble and is taken down at the 10-yard line. Just what the Saints needed, as Wallace, unable to field it cleanly, puts Tech at the 10-yard line. Flag on the field?
Flag on the field, late flag on the field, thrown in late from the side there.
What do you think?
I think we're going to find out here in a second. I think it's got to go against Tech.
Yeah, half the distance. Wow. Okay. So now Carroll College got an opening here if their defense can get a stop. It's at the 4-yard line.
It's not going to be any secret what they're going to try to do here. They've had success between the tackles, running the ball downhill with yourself pinned back against your own goal line. That's usually the recipe that most teams take coming out from the sideline.
Yeah, I think we know who's going to get the football here. And that's the case. So Smith just does not go down. He takes tacklers with him all the way up over the 10 to the 11-yard line.
That's a great inside run right there.
Yeah.
Great leverage by all of those offensive linemen staying low. finishing blocks, and Smith just carrying whoever was left with him.
7-yard gain, and really, I mean, the defense is making contact with him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know what they're going to do. You got 9-10 guys in the box right now.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, there's Thielen standing at his 5-yard line. Give it to Smith, and he's close to the first down. Let's see where they mark him. He's right at the sticks.
Yep, right at the 14-yard line right there.
And yeah, that should be enough. He's right on the 14. So, yep, first down. So not only do they get out of the shadow of their own end zone, Bobby, but here comes the clock and another set of downs.
They're absolutely just eating clock here. They're in no hurry to snap the ball. Getting the call in late. Clock ticks down. Play clock's at 10 right now. They're in no hurry. They'll let it click at 5 and then get underway here.
First down. Smith again. 3-4 guys finally bring him down. That's a gain of 3 to the 17. So 2nd and 7. 9 minutes to play here in the fourth. The Saints need a stop.
The absolute opposite levels of importance right now is seen by both offenses. You saw Carroll kind of hurrying up and running the ball. Here we're just slowing it down, grinding it out, not snapping it until we have 5 seconds left on the clock, taking possessions away from this Carroll College football team.
And Tech is telling you what they're going to do and saying it's up to you to stop us.
Because stop me.
Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 7. Another give to Smith. And again, refusing to go down. He'll get up to the 20, picks up a couple, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. That's going to be an interesting call now.
Well, even Carroll College brought a run blitz there.
Yeah,
he still found a crease and found a way to find 3 yards on that. Regardless, 3rd and 4. It's up to Carroll to not let him get that 4th yard. He's been pretty determined all night.
Well, they're lining up as if they're going to go right back to him. And now they'll look over and get a fresh set of signs here, and let's see if they slip someone outside here. Ball's at the 20. That's exactly what they do, and that's a first down. Boy, was that that was drawn up perfectly. Logan Kennedy, the tight end, slips out. Little play action. Thielen puts him on him in a first down.
Well, that play action, they let them look at that ball the whole time, fed it right in the belly. Took a long time with that one, and he just flips it right out there. That's almost stealing. It was so easy just because they're so effective in the run game. It's almost like you're watching 1980s SEC or Texas football back in the Coach Davis days. Just 3 yards in a cloud of dust, only throw it to the tight end if you have to. The wide receivers are just an extension of the offensive line, and Tech's making it work tonight in the second half.
More important, another fresh set of downs, under 7 to play, 1st and 10 from the 28. Now they go back to the ground. And once again, good hard running. And number 36 is going to need an ice bath after this one. He ran for 200-plus yards, career best last week in that win over Georgetown, Kentucky. And I don't know how many carries he has on the night, Bobby, but it's got to be north of 20.
At a minimum, he gets his own seat on the bus ride back to Butte. But he's been so effective tonight, and you can see how they just shortened the game up last week, giving themselves a chance, and then the big game by Jaden Downs last week and another interception by that young man tonight. Both played key roles in the success of this Montana Tech squad.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6, ball at the 32. 6:10 and counting on the game clock. Oh boy, this one is it
Looks
picked
like
off?
It's picked off, tip pass.
Carroll says they have it, and they do. A tip pass at the line of scrimmage, and the Saints have life. That is number 21 that comes down with the football, Jacob Sweatland, the linebacker.
Yeah, he was in pursuit on the backside. That ball went up in the air from his middle linebacker spot. He just plucked it out of the air, fell right into his lap, and now you got a turnover. Carroll hanging tough, getting pushed back, ends up being the beneficiary of a tip ball just because of active hands by a defensive lineman.
This game has turned on the balance of turnovers. And let's see if the Saints can capitalize. 6 minutes to play in the fourth, a 2-score game. Ball at the 30, golden opportunity and a first down. Perka's got good protection, fires over the middle, got him in, batted and incomplete. Boy, right at the last minute as Cole Wyatt, the linebacker, steps in and knocks it down.
Yeah, Wyatt did a great job right there. Great coverage. He was in single coverage. That's who you wanted to go to. That's a middle linebacker on a skill position player. That's stealing if you're a quarterback. Wyatt hung with him. Ball was a little bit behind. Great play by that young man. Brings up second down here for the Saints.
Here we go, 2nd and 10. Perka feeling pressure, felt it nicely. Great catch. And that's going to move the chains again. That's a first down grab. That's Carson Ochoa, the tight end, with a catch.
Yeah, Ochoa keeping his route alive, broke it off, found some open space, and then Perka had to break from his pocket, found Ochoa, able to move the down markers.
First down. They'll stay on the ground to Ford. Ford's wrapped up after a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 from the 16-yard line.
Both these running backs going to need a little extra ice over the weekend.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Smith, but how about Xavier Ford? I mean, this kid, he's had himself a great game.
Yeah, very consistent for that Carroll offense. They found themselves a back that can operate what they want to do.
Perka, corner blitz, got a man at the 10. Pass and catch. Well done. First down.
Be a little bit short. Still inside the 10, be 3rd and 1 here for this Carroll offense.
Clock under 5 minutes. Keep in mind the Saints will need 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. Ford. Oh, Ford with a good hard running. They're going to mark him just short of the touchdown.
Just short of the touchdown. Great run.
One signature touchdown from the near side, and now they give it to him.
They are going to give it to him, Chris. That is a touchdown. What a great run by that young man. Downhill all the way. I wasn't sure that the near side or the referee on the far side that
marked him short.
Play. He marked him short. Guy on the far side said he got it after a little bit of discussion.
So now touchdown. The all-important 2-point play here. If they don't convert, it remains a 2-possession game with 4:41 to play. So for Carroll College, this is a must. Keep in mind, too, that the Saints have all 3 timeouts remaining. Here we go.
Formation we haven't seen yet tonight, Chris.
Oh, and now a timeout taken by Montana Tech for that exact reason. I think that we haven't seen this before.
Holy cow, is that a fullback? That's a fullback. Take a timeout. Make the adjustment. Well, the chess game continues down near the goal line, Chris.
Well, no quit in this Carroll team. I mean, they're down 30-7 at the start of the fourth quarter and really completely dominated by Montana Tech along the line of scrimmage. But in this fourth quarter, capitalize on a turnover, move the football, and Jack Perkins looked pretty darn good here in the fourth, moving his team down the field.
Yeah, whether it's with his feet or through the air, that play-action pass has paid off by for both teams, and the turnovers that helped Tech in the first half kind of flipped the script on that one, and Carroll able to take advantage of that tip ball interception on that possession right there.
What a game to open the Frontier Conference. Not a conference game, as Jack Marshall told us. It's a non-conference game, but 2 very good Frontier Conference teams, 2 great rivals, and this is coming down to the wire. So here we go for the 2-point conversion. Can they connect? Perka looks, fires. Does he have it? Yes, he does.
Conversion. Boy, he kept that alive to the last minute. Perka took a shot as he delivered that.
What a catch.
And the Ordigger defenders over there pleading his case. DeMario King doesn't think that he caught the ball in the end zone.
So it is now a one-possession game on the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Carson Ochoa makes the catch, 30-22, 4:41 to go in this one. Don't go anywhere. This game anything but over right now as the Saints, who at one point trailed 30-7 going into the fourth quarter, have now cut it to a one-possession game, 30-22. On the touchdown and 2-point conversion in the end zone to Ochoa from Perka. And now the Saints have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout, so no need to onside kick it here.
No, absolutely not. Kick it away.
You got plenty of time.
Let your defense play. Try to stop Tech.
Well, they do a little bit of a squib kick, and all that's going to do is give Tech pretty good field position at the 27-yard line. As JoJo Wallace will fall on it, and now a little bit of a sense of urgency for this Montana Tech team now to string together a few first downs and see if they can't run this clock out.
Well, I don't think that they're going to pass the ball. There's no reason for them to do it. They've had success running that power run in between the tackles. They've been absolutely moving the chains. It may be only 3 yards a pop. When they need to get 4, they find a way.
And this crowd is absolutely on its feet and loud. First down from the 27. Montana Tech hanging on. Oh, everybody's coming up the middle. And a good hard run there again by Lander Smith. Give him 3, 2nd and 7. But they set everybody into that line of scrimmage.
There's no reason for them to really. They're going to play man defense on the one split end that they're going to have out there. And then they're just going to try to gap eliminate on defense, run downhill, and try to find Smith with the ball. That time, Smith 4 yards on first down, and we're just going to watch this clock tick away as the clock now becomes the 12th man on the field if you're Carroll College.
Absolutely. Gain is 4, so 2nd and 6 from the 31. Clock continues to run. Saints trying for one more stop to get the football back. Smith, right side's got some room and gets the first down. Right at the first down marker at the 37. I think he's got, yes he does, first down.
Yeah, Smith's forward lean that he runs with, he's made for contact.
Huge.
Defensive backs don't want any piece of him. A little more of an Olay tackle right there. Smith able to stretch that ball out and move the chains. Another couple of minutes coming off the clock here for this Carroll team.
Well, and one more first down, and Carroll now be forced to burn all their timeouts. So if you're Montana
Tech, they've got 4 with the 2-minute timeout.
You've got 4, so you can one more first down, maybe 2 more. No. from the 37. Smith bounces outside, now cuts up inside. Still on his feet. All the
Still
way
going.
up to the 45-yard line.
You talk about Smith because he's finding those holes, but that offensive line continues to work, continues to be effective, continues to push. And one of the things that nobody really talks about is a great quality of offensive linemen is to stay on their feet. This Tech offensive line is doing just that, maintaining their blocks and pushing them downfield, allowing Smith to coke that ball even further and making those plays last even longer.
All right, so 2nd and 2, 2:30 to go. Now if you're Carroll, let's see how they choose to use their timeouts and the 2-minute one. And this is going to be a first down up over midfield, down inside the 50 to the 47. Yeah, and that's going to be a timeout. I thought they might do that, would take the timeout before the 2 minute.
Absolutely.
So now they're going to get the 2 minute, and that will leave them with 2 more. But basically what we're down to in this game,
you got to stop them with the set of downs.
You got to stop them here. You give them another set of downs, and you can run the clock out. What a game. I mean, honestly, what a ball game tonight. And I mean, these guys are playing in extreme heat, smoke, and
new turf.
New turf. It's hot. And
new lights.
They've absolutely played so good and so hard. Take away the some turnovers and penalties, but
well, I think you're seeing the benefits of Tech having a game under their belt.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Carroll College came out, and while they were having some success, some of the early season follies that you have when you haven't played a game, those are the things that happen, and Tech was able to capitalize on it. And the best excuse you can have after watching this thing is that week 0 game that Tech was able to come away with a huge win. Don't want to take anything away from that, but that experience gained there really paid off tonight and capitalizing on Carroll's early miscues offensively.
So here we go. This is the series that will determine if Carroll College will get the football back. So Smith
gets 2.
Yeah, gets 2. 2nd and 8. And I wondered if they might not use another timeout here, and they do. So they have 1 timeout plus the 2-minute timeout remaining. 2:07 left in the game. And again, this ball game comes down to this set of downs right here. Another first down, effectively over, barring a turnover or penalties.
Yeah, they can't give up 8 more yards, or they're going to go home not that far tonight, and Tech's going to be able to have a fun bus ride home. But I've been thoroughly impressed, really, with Tech's run game in the second half. That they're not going to throw the ball again. I'd be shocked if they did. They might run play action pass and keep the ball quarterback keeper, but I don't see this ball getting any air under it. It's going to be in somebody's hands. It's the way.
2 great coaches on the sideline with great deep Montana connections, and what a job they've done tonight. Troy Purcell, Kyle Sampson. A lot of Montana coaching between those two also, not just the college ranks.
No, absolutely. These teams, though, I mean, it's been a very grind the ball.
Yeah.
Not exciting football to watch, really, if you're home, but the chess match between the two sides, offensively and defensively, it has been kind of fun to call.
Oh, Smith. Boy, almost broke it. He almost broke it down to the 43-yard line, and now we get our 2-minute timeout. So what we're left with in this drive, it's going to be a fairly sizable 3rd down. And when we come back for the fantastic finish, 3rd down for the Ore Diggers, leading by 8, 2 minutes to play. go, 3rd and 6 for Montana Tech. 2 minutes to play. The Saints have 1 timeout remaining, desperately need the football back. Ball's at the 43. Smith met at the line of scrimmage, and he won't get there. Stopped at the 42.
That was absolutely key up front for Carroll College. They had all 11 guys in between in that offensive tackle box. Did a great job stopping the run. As we saw Eli Abe making his way onto the sideline here. Great stop by this Carroll defense, finding a way to give themselves a chance. So 4th down here, Tech going to roll out the punting unit.
Well, I think you have to kick it now.
Oh, absolutely.
4th and 5. If it's 4th and 1 or something, yeah, maybe. But
something to think about.
Yeah, but a minute 55. So the Saints used that extra timeout along with the 3 that they had. So they've got no timeouts remaining, but still 1:55 to go in the game clock. So plenty of time to move the football. And really, their quarterback, Jack Perka, has shown that he can exploit this Montana Tech secondary.
How big was that mistake that Perka made at the end of the first half, not getting rid of the ball and taking it in with no points out of that drive at the end of the half for Carroll right now.
So here we go. Quinn Belcher standing back at his 10-yard line, awaiting the 4th down kick on 4th and 5, and now Montana Tech will take a timeout. So they size up what Carroll College was showing. And that was their final timeout of the game.
So no timeouts. Went from a game that we were trying to find things to fill some airtime to a little bit of suspense and some gamesmanship here at the end as, Tech's found a way to keep this close. And again, it comes down to Tech turning the ball over on that one. They did a little play action pass, got the ball tipped. Carroll able to capitalize on it after, finding a way to get in the end zone in the previous one. So 14 unanswered points by Carroll College makes this one a close 1-score game. And next minute and 55 seconds, nothing but excitement with no timeouts. Chris, here we go.
Andrew Almas to kick it away. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? And then a fumble, but I believe he fumbled it out of bounds. And the Montana Tech sidelines are going crazy. Unbelievable.
That took absolute guts. You could go on a number of metaphors on that one, but it took a lot of courage and intestinal fortitude to make that call at that point in time in the game. And Tech absolutely pulling it out at the right time.
They fake the punt, throw it across the middle, make the catch and the 1st down.
A lot of pressure on the punter. As you see him right here.
Almost.
He had pressure in his face, just flips it to what in essence would be a tight end. And
Cade Wyatt.
Oh,
what a play.
What a call.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. And now the Orediggers can take a knee and run this one out.
Credit to Tech not having the success in the passing game tonight, taking the air out of the ball offensively.
I was looking down at the roster right to see who was back to receive, and the next thing I know, Tech's got a 1st down on the 4th down conversion.
It off, and there was all sorts of commotion. I see somebody squirt free. Everybody else stayed on the line of scrimmage, and I was like, "There's no way they're faking this." None of the linemen got downfield to cover. Little pop pass, 1st down Tech, and they're going to escape here with a road victory, non-conference, but a road victory nonetheless in one of the better rivalries we have in the Frontier Conference.
And they're going to go to 2-0 on the season with back-to-back wins last week against Georgetown, Kentucky, and now on the road. And boy, the toughest place to play on the road in the Frontier here at Nelson Stadium, and they're going to come away with a win. But all the credit in the world to this Carroll College team. Down big in the 4th quarter, completely dominated, and then they came back.
Finding a way to keep it, make it close and give themselves a chance. And then Tech finds a way to, the guts to call that late in the game.
Wow.
Both teams played well tonight. Good first season game for the Saints, but you could see the experience gained in that first week pay off for Tech here as they come away with a victory tonight here.
That was an unbelievable finish to a highly entertaining game, Bobby, and if this is anything like what we're in store for this season, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Wild, Wild West strikes again in the Frontier Conference, and like you said, and said it appropriately, that took a lot of guts to call that play.
Well, in the Frontier, there's a lot of good games to be had, and we just lucked out with this one because it could have got away from Carroll early right there. Showed a little bit of resilience, battled themselves back, gave themselves a chance, and then the gutsy call by Kyle Sampson and his staff, the fake punt with the game on the line. I mean, goodness, way to go down and win it rather than take a chance and hope that Carroll loses it. So,
I think they were, and they were just deep enough in Carroll territory to think about it.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, you're down there and it's like, okay, if we don't get it, they still got 60 plus yards. So, you call the timeout and you look at your guys and say, can we do this? Can we execute? Oh, of course we can. And they did, and that seals the game.
That's one of those plays that those guys from Tech are going to remember forever. Hey, remember that time when we opened the stadium down in Helena and we ran the fake punt at the end of the fourth quarter? And that's one of those things that for years and years and years those guys can celebrate. But what a big moment. We got to witness it. We got to call it. And unfortunately, you're looking right there at a bunch of Carroll College guys. Good football team there wearing purple tonight. There's brighter days to come. Came up a little bit short tonight.
All right, down on the field to Jack Marshall for final thoughts. Jack?
Yeah, just a crazy game. You guys kind of echoed it up there, back and forth. Once again, great resilience from Carroll College to get back into this game, but Montana Tech, a lot of forced turnovers. That last drive of the first half, as you were saying, Bobby, really kind of came into play at the end of the game. Just a great game overall, and what a gutsy play call from Montana Tech. A fake punt to win the ball game. You don't see that very often in college football, so really put a bow on tonight. It's been great being with you guys on the sideline all day. Back up to you two.
Enjoyed it, Jack, as well, and thanks for all the good work today. And all of our staff here at SWX, we sure appreciate the good hard work for the guys in the truck, our camera operators, everyone involved in our broadcast. Terrific job, and so glad to be a part of Frontier Conference football this fall on SWX as we're just getting started on a long fall full schedule. So from all of us at SWX, thanks so much for watching. For Bobby Beers and Jack Marshall, I'm Chris Byers saying so long from Helena.